Will Brazier. Will, you are on the Armchair Fan. You've got the toughest job of all of us, watching 4 big games as well.
Yeah.
Remind us which games you're watching.
Man City versus West Ham, Liverpool versus Watford, Crystal Palace versus Man United and Southampton versus Fulham.
Big games. Which one are you most looking forward to out of those 4?
Crystal Palace versus Manchester United, because they like to beat the top 6. They beat Spurs 2-0 at home recently, so maybe they'll carry that on.
They did. Thank you very much, Will, for that. As always, we've got group bets courtesy of our mates at Sky Bet. As always, we do the Football Social group bet, so we can give you our predictions now. Don't forget the group bets are exclusive to Sky Bet. Set up a group on the app, invite your mates, build an accumulator, and of course, bet responsibly. So, Phil's got a graphic. So Tubes has gone for a Chelsea home win against Spurs. I've gone for Man City to beat West Ham. Producer Phil, the chore dog, Shells.
I love how he's calling himself producer. This is Dave Wilson. Producer Phil.
Producer Phil, who does the graphic.
Yeah. Who's the producer?
Home win, Liverpool versus Watford. Dave, you've always gone. It doesn't matter who Arsenal are playing, you always go for an Arsenal.
What would you have in front of your name?
Assistant to the regional.
Dave.
Will's gone for Palace to lose, to Man United, away win, and Temps has gone for a home. Tough one to call, that one, Temps. You've gone Southampton to beat Fulham.
Easy.
Interesting. You can get odds of 16 to 1. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. Right, let's have a look at the table. So a few games yesterday. This is the bottom half. Huddersfield, with that late win against Wolves, gives themselves some sort of fighting chance, although they've got a lot still to do. 14 points from 28 games played. Fulham and Southampton make up the bottom 3, although they do have a game in hand over Cardiff, who lost last night. Let's have a look at the top of the table. So Liverpool, look how tight it is. 1 point separates them. Liverpool top, 66 points from 27 played. Man City just a point behind, but they do have a +10 superior goal difference. Spurs in 3rd, Arsenal 4th, United 5th, Chelsea down
We
in
need
6th.
to win
But
big
is it
time.
a must-win game for you, this, for the top 4? Or?
Yeah, I think so. I honestly do. Because you're already in the top 4.
Yeah.
Done. And it's the fight between United, us.
Let's talk title race, because you've had a lot of questions on social as well about Liverpool. It's very tight. Dave, who do you think are favourites now? Because everyone I speak to, you see someone who says Liverpool, others that say Man City. It's quite tough to call now. Who do you think are favourites at this point?
I still think Man City. I think that the reason is I think they've got players that have won the league before. I think
that makes a big difference?
Awful amount of pressure on Liverpool because it's been so long. Because a few times quite recently they've kind of got to that stage where they probably should have kicked on and won it, and they kind of didn't. So them things start to come into your mind a little bit. And I think Man City, their squad is just a little bit. I think their squad's a little bit better.
Strength and depth, yeah. Tubes, what do you think? Title race. Obviously, you've seen Chelsea win titles. Do you prefer it when you're second chasing and that there's less pressure, or
No, I prefer when we're top and we just steamroll it.
Steamroll
win it easy.
But it seems like Dave says that there's more pressure for Liverpool, even though they're top, because...
Yeah, but because they haven't really got players in the team that have won the league, and Man City have got more sort of experience in that. I don't know.
It's very hard to call,
It's so hard. Yeah. They're still a point clear.
Yeah.
And City have got to play United. Is that right?
City have got to play United.
No, they've played them.
No, they've played them already.
They might have to play them
City have played. City have got to play United. Sorry, they've played Liverpool twice.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. That's a massive game. So I don't know. I can see Liverpool doing it. I think.
Can you?
Yeah.
Temps, let's go to you. Social corner. Let's take our first questions. What are people talking about? Well, title race wise.
In terms of title race, Gary has said if Liverpool don't win the league, will Klopp be under pressure?
Oh,
absolutely not.
Don't think so.
Nah. What he's done for that club's unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree.
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because Klopp, similar with Pochettino, they're both very highly rated. I think they're both top managers, but neither have actually won a trophy for either club yet. So there are a lot of people that think Klopp has to win a trophy this season, but realistically, they're out of both domestic
He's got them
cups.
to the Champions League final. They're top of the
Europa League final.
I mean, he's not under pressure. They will win it in the next.
You think they will?
Yeah, in the next few seasons. Yeah.
Will, you're watching them tonight. How do you think they'll get on?
I don't know. I think it could be a tricky affair. Like we've seen if they don't score early on at Anfield, now the title race is on, the crowd do get on the backs, and if they don't score early, like in that Leicester game, they got back into it, arguably could have won it, so it could be a tense.
Do you think goal difference will come into at the end of the season? Because it's a big difference, isn't it? 10 plus 10 difference. I've seen it one on goal difference before.
I just want that last day drama. I want a new Agüero moment.
The Agüero?
Yeah. Do you
think we'll ever see that again? That Agüero moment?
No.
Yeah.
Not like the way it happened. Yeah. That was like mental. That was mental the way it happened. Like 2 goals in stoppage time to win the title.
Well, City have won one trophy already. Tubes, you were there, weren't you?
What?
Carabao Cup final.
I was,
Man City, Chelsea.
I was. I thought we played well,
You did, yeah.
Well. That's the first time I've gone, I know what Sarri boys.
Do you?
Yeah, seriously. The little triangles in the corners where we were playing it out.
Yeah.
because I was sitting above looking over the whole pitch.
So like a bird's eye view of it.
Yeah, and I could see the way they're all moving, and I was quite impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half it was like when we played at Stamford Bridge, we just defended under the cosh. But I thought
you should have won it in 90 minutes.
I do as well, and you know, and then that stuff happened with the keeper. I mean.
Yeah, we're gonna get Tubes' thoughts on this because we're all quite vocal about this. But before that, Man City have won their first trophy of the season. Of course, earlier on in the week, I caught up with Kevin De Bruyne to ask him: is the quadruple a possibility? Ooh.
A lot of people are talking about the quadruple, 4 competitions for Man City. Where do you stand on that, and how achievable that is? Because it's very tough to do in this day and age, of course.
It's, to be fair, it's impossible.
Impossible for you?
Yeah. It's not like we're not gonna try, but. You know, we play so many games, and it's not only physical tiredness, it's the mentally tiredness, you know?
Okay.
We played so many games since September, because people say in England it's tough in the winter, it is. But we start that in September, where we play every week 3 games. And we've been quite okay with injuries this year. But even like you see, we had a tough week. We went to Newport and then Schalke and then Carabao Cup, and then we play extra time, and now in 2 days we have another game with West Ham, and then we don't play Sunday, we play Saturday again, so we play another 3 games in 6 days. So it comes every time. So there are games where you don't feel. You feel okay, but you don't feel top to be maybe at 100%, because it's just the way the program turns, and we make the best out of it. But to be there every game 100% is really hard.
Really difficult, yeah.
But we tried it last year to be everywhere. In the end, we won 2 out of 4. But since I've been here, we've always been far in all the cups, and in the end, it gets tiring. You just have to admit that you can't. We're only humans. We try the best we can. But to win all 4, if that happens, you just have to say then you are the best team ever.
Best of all time if you win the quadruple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody did.
No, very true.
So I don't know how people can consider somebody else a better team. If you won the lot, then it's like Barcelona before winning 5 trophies in a year. In England, nobody did it. So, yeah.
We'll wait and see. Kevin, thank you very much for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Cheers, Tubes. I want to ask you about that. His interesting point when he said about the quadruple, straight away he said, no, it's impossible. Do you think that's a bit of mind games? What did you make of the way he answered that? Because it is possible, isn't it?
Of course it's possible. We win every single game. You won it. I think they all say that. I mean, Pep said it last year, and he was like, nope, it's impossible. I mean, they didn't end up doing it, but it's not impossible, especially with the squad they've got.
Yeah.
Will they do it? I don't think so.
No.
But it's not impossible. They've got a good chance.
Yeah, we shall wait and see. Right, 2 of our games kick off at 7:45. So Arsenal, Bournemouth, the players are out. This is one of our 7:45 kickoffs. These are the scenes right now. 6 changes for Arsenal from the 2-0 weekend home win against Southampton. Carl Jenkinson makes his first Premier League start since 2016, as Lauren Koscielny, Nacho Monreal, Macho Guendouzi, Mesut Ozil and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang are also recalled to the starting side. Bournemouth make 2 changes from the 1-1 draw against Wolves. Andrew Sermon and Lys Mousset replaced Jefferson Lerber and Dominic Solanke. Dave, big game for Arsenal. Carl Jenkinson.
Yes.
Thoughts on that starting place?
I think it's good. Like, you know, my man Lichtensteiner, however you pronounce it, right? You know, he's filled with no confidence whatsoever. Lys Jenkinson, at least he knows what it means to play for Arsenal. He's an Arsenal through and through. We'll see how he gets on.
Yeah, a lot of changes.
There is. I'm really happy to see Socrates and Koscielny back. That's absolutely massive for Arsenal. Because when I was watching the game on Sunday, our defence it was not the best. It did not fill me with confidence whatsoever.
Yeah.
So we should get a nice early goal, win it nice.
It's fair to say, not very happy with your defence at the minute.
It's just absolutely atrocious. It really is. And even like the goalkeeper starts coming flapping for things he shouldn't be coming flapping for. But we need to. I'm really happy to see Ozil start, because again, if you're paying a man £300 a week, I definitely want to see him on the pitch.
Yeah.
So and particularly in games like this, I kind of like. For example, but against Bournemouth, where we're going to get more possession, let him be the man that pulls the strings, put Aubameyang in, and hopefully we can get some nice early goals. Go on!
Yeah, they're underway already. The other
Should-
7:45 is Southampton versus Fulham. So 2 7:45 kickoffs, Arsenal, Bournemouth, which is just tied, and Southampton versus Fulham. These are the scenes. Maya Yoshida, Ryan Bertrand and Charlie Austin are all recalled to the Southampton side for tonight's game against Fulham. Claudio Ranieri has to make 2 changes to his Fulham side that lost to West Ham last time out. Jean-Michel Sarri and Ryan Sessegnon are replaced by Andre Zambo Anguissa and Kevin McDonald. So there are 7:45 kickoffs. The other 4 all kick off at 8 o'clock. Early first chance for you, Dave, Arsenal.
I was a bit
Half chance.
Yeah, half chance. The ball was played forward towards Aubameyang. It would have been very difficult for him to get on the end of it. But yeah, start to put pressure on that defence from day one, because then that defender knows how quick Aubameyang is. Then it's always going to be in the back of their mind. So let's just put some pressure on the players.
OK, let's chat Chelsea Spurs. It is our feature game, big game. Come on, you Spurs. Tubes, Kepa, big news, dropped for this game.
Yeah, right.
So let's get your thoughts on the whole Kepa. This is the team. We can show you the team first of all. Caballero, Azpilicueta, Rudiger, David Luiz and Alonso at the back. The midfield 3 of Kante, Jorginho, Kovacic with Pedro, Hazard and Higuain as the number 9. So that is the team. Sarri making 4 changes for the Carabao Cup final side. Most notably, Kepa is out. Caballero makes his first league appearance of the season, whilst Marcus Alonso, Mateo Kovacic and Gonzalo Higuain are also recalled. We're going to look at the Spurs team quickly before we start talking about Kepa, which will dominate things. Lloris in goal. Trippier, Alderweireld, Sanchez, Davis. Looks like Spurs are going to play that diamond that they've been playing recently in the last few months with Winks sitting, Sissoko, Eriksen and Lamella, and Son and Kane up top. Kane back in the last game against Burnley, scoring on his return. But Spurs did lose that game. So Poch makes 4 changes as his side looks to bounce back from that defeat at Burnley. The changes are Trippier, Sanchez, Lamella and Davis earn starting places for the big London derby. Going to come to David in a minute because Arsenal have a good attack at the minute. But Tubes, Kepa, thoughts?
He's right to be dropped. What he did.
You agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. What he did on Sunday was wrong. And they're bringing on Willie because he's a shot stopper.
Yeah, you don't think they're bringing him on because of the injury. You think they're bringing him on because he's.
I think that helped their decision, going right. He's injured. But he used to play for Man City, so he knows how all of those players take penalties because he must have faced it every week. So one, he's supposed to be injured, so he wants to stay on.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can't do that. If the gaffer says come off, you come off.
Have you ever seen that before?
I've never seen that, and we'll never see it again.
Darius Vassell on the show that we did said he's never seen that ever. He was shocked.
That was amazing.
Let's go to social corner.
I was there just going, like, what is going on?
Did you know there at the ground what was going, like the ins and outs of it?
Because Sarri's going like that, like, ripping his top off, and Kepa's just going, nah, you're all right.
Take your time, take your time, Ozil.
1-0.
Yes!
Arsenal 1, Bournemouth 0. Dave Jackson, talk us through it.
It was a lovely through ball. Mesut Ozil found the space for himself. He was in space. The ball, he took a touch. Lovely bit of composure there, and he's kind of dinked it. The keeper's thing's got a hand to it. I got a bit too excited. I didn't really know what was going on. Mesut Ozil put the ball in the back of the net. So well done, Arsenal. Nice early goal. Like I said,
only been playing for minutes. Mesut Ozil, who you're a big fan of.
Massive fan of him. Yes.
Here's the replay. Talk to the replay.
Yes. So Mkhitaryan, lovely little pass. He was in space. I don't know what the Bournemouth defence are allowing him to have that much space, but he's basically just slotted the ball home. Fantastic.
Do you not wish Mesut Ozil worked harder so he could play in every single game?
I think there's more going on behind the scenes. I think he is a bit of a luxury player. I kind of get that, and that's.
If you look at Agüero from Man City, as soon as Pep came, he completely changed all his.
No, agreed, and maybe that's where the conflict is because he clearly our new manager wants him to play in a certain way, and maybe he doesn't want to play that way. But if that's the case, then he has to be moved on. You know what I mean? It's to me, it's so. I know, Smith. I feel like I said this every social. It's like. The reason we kind of have money for transfers, we don't have money for the wages, and he takes such a big chunk of our kind of wage budget up. So if he's not going to be paid, he needs to be moved on in the summer. But I would prefer for him to stay, particularly with Ramsey going on a free. So
Good start for us. So let's get to social corner. Temps. We spoke about Kepa. Got Tube. Just thought, what is the opinion of people on social about that whole situation?
I mean, most people just find it hilarious, to be honest.
Most non-Chelsea fans.
Most non-Chelsea fans. Yeah, obviously Chelsea fans are furious.
It was quite funny.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, wasn't it?
I wasn't laughing, but it was quite amusing.
Samir and Shiny has said, is player power out of control or has it been blown out of proportion due to this incident?
Do you think player power is an issue at Chelsea? as in the amount of managers that come. A player refusing to come off. You can't see it, can you? If Pep Guardiola's the manager.
Absolutely
so
not.
his player power.
But I don't think that would have happened with Conte last year.
You don't? So,
No.
so there's an issue with Sarri and the players then?
Well, like you said, that's never happened before and it will never happen again. It's a one-off. I don't know what he's thinking. Is he? Because he's saying it's a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I think he's gone. No. I want to be the star hero. I want to be the hero. And, you know, poor Willie's just there with his little gloves.
That's the one I feel most sorry for, because he's distributing the gloves.
He's the real victim.
And also, as a goalie, you've got to get even more things. Not your boots, shin, but you've got to get gloves, everything.
And he got shouted at as well, and he was just like, I was trying to put my gloves on, sorry.
But do you know what I mean? That's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
If Kepa goes on and wins the penalty, everyone's gone, oh, you know what,
If you'd have won the penalty shootout, it would be forgotten about, wouldn't it?
I mean, he would have us talking to afterwards, like, don't do that again.
Yeah.
But it would have been fine. But because we lost, and he let the Agüero one in that just sort of trickled under his body,
I mean, that
made it even worse.
Yeah. That was. Did you think he'd saved that? Because we all thought that he'd saved that originally, and then it just sort of trickled.
Imagine Willie just sat there just going, oh my God. But no, I don't know about player power. I just think he was so pumped up and he wanted to be the hero.
Yeah.
And it all went tits up for him.
Temps, what else are people saying on that? Most people agreeing that it was Kepa in the wrong in this situation, I presume.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it was a misunderstanding, I mean, why has he been dropped for the next game?
I mean, it was. I mean, let's be honest, it wasn't a misunderstanding.
It wasn't a misunderstanding.
No.
But people are also talking about the transfer ban that Chelsea have as well.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, they put out a really funny tweet earlier today. Did you see that? When
didn't.
They put out their transfer rumours, Chelsea, and they said, who do you want us to sign in the summer? And obviously everyone was just hammering them because they've got transfer ban.
Yeah. And they've got about 47 players out on loan
exactly,
as well.
Yeah. How do you think the transfer ban will affect their season next season?
I think it's going to be tough, obviously, because, you know, if Sarri does go, a new manager's got to come in and work with what he's got, and he can't bring his own players in. But it might work in our favour.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It might get the youngsters playing. I mean, if we keep Hudson-Odoi, he will play, because I think Hazard will go to Madrid.
Yeah.
Pedro's getting on, Willian, you know, is getting on. We have to keep Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
Loftus-Cheek.
100%.
I totally agree with you. I think it could be good.
And that could be a good thing.
I think it could be good for Chelsea, because you've got so... It frustrates me. When you brought Higuain in, if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be quite... a bit strange about that sub, because he's a player towards the end of his career. You spent a lot of money on it, and you've got young, talented English players that aren't getting game time. And
well, I think
it must be so frustrating these players aren't getting a game time. Hudson-Odoi is frustrated, clearly.
Yeah, but we don't have a centre forward at the club.
No, okay, fair enough.
You know
so it's a player you need.
Morata, you know, just finish the conversation there, Morata. But Tammy Abraham, he's at Villa, but I'm sure it's for a year, a season.
One of the top scorers in the Championship right now.
I'm not sure if he can come back.
Right.
So I think Higuain was, you know, a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he'll be there next season.
But with the transfer ban happening, it means that a lot of these younger players are more likely to get Abraham.
Well, it just means Batshuayi will come back. It means Higuain will, Morata will come back. But get Tammy Abraham back.
Yeah.
Play Hudson-Odoi. Yeah. Play Loftus-Cheek.
Well, but they were both brilliant when they came on.
Unbelievable touch, by the way.
Unbelievable touch.
Have a word.
Unbelievable touch. We've got to go to the other game as well. Another 7:45 that did start was Southampton against Fulham. Will Brazier, you're watching it, one of the 4 games. How's that started?
Slow.
Slow. Anything to report? Anything of note at all?
Nathan Redmond had a shot, but went miles over. But it's been all Southampton. Fulham camped in their own half, can't get out, and huge 6-pointer down the bottom.
Nathan Redmond's a player that played well on the weekend, didn't he? He's played quite well. He's in a rich vein of form for Southampton. He's someone that they're going to need to be on form if they've got a chance of staying up.
Friend of the Football Social as well.
Yeah,
but I was saying to Dave, they had quite a few chances in that game when we were watching it on Sunday. Just couldn't find the back of the net. So. But then they lost at home to Cardiff a couple of weeks ago, didn't they? So Jekyll and Hyde.
Chance for Arsenal, Dave. What happened?
It was. Arsenal playing particularly well. We're very free-flowing, which I've not said that for an awful long time. And I think it's probably down to Ozil, to be honest.
A lot of the ball. Every time I glance, Arsenal got all of the ball.
Yeah, and we're playing with a nice high tempo. You know, it's not slow, and this is how we used to play. Like, at least particularly the first 20 minutes. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of times over the past. They're playing well, the nice high tempo, and just now we've got a nice little bit of possession in.
While you're here, we've got an Arsenal and Chelsea fan on the sofa. We've had the Arsenal-Man United debate in the top 4. Chiefs, where do you think the top 4? Who do you think will finish top 4?
I hope Chelsea
this season. Because Dave, you're still quietly confident, aren't you, that Arsenal will?
Yes, I am, Smithy.
You think Arsenal will pick United? You think? You remind us of your top 4 again.
Who do I go with? City, Liverpool, Spurs, Arsenal.
Tubes, how do you see it finishing?
City, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea.
Oh, so we're both discounting United.
Biased, are they?
What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm not going to say any different.
No, neither are you.
Yeah.
I'm an Arsenal fan, but I do think United are going to finish fourth.
Oh,
Spurs third.
there you go. Neutral here out of Birmingham City. Surprised you haven't mentioned Birmingham City yet on the show.
Yeah, fantastic win last night at Ashton Gate. Let me finish, Smithy. 2-1 win. Michael Morrison up for the back. He's actually scored more goals this season than Jack Grealish. Put that down in your facts when you're talking to me when the derby comes around. Sorry, what was the question?
Just chatting about Birmingham first, and then who's going to finish top four?
Top four for me: City, Liverpool, Man United, Spurs.
Oh, Man United third, you think?
Yeah.
Do you? Wow.
Man United third.
Ollie's at the wheel.
We can give you the live scene. So the 7:45 games, should I say, have already kicked off.
I'm so nervous
There are
about
four 8 p.m. kickoffs. The first of which Liverpool versus Watford. These are the scenes at Anfield. 2 changes for Liverpool. Divock Origi comes in for the injured Roberto Firmino. Big blow for Liverpool, that. And Trent Alexander-Arnold starts in place of Jordan Henderson. James Milner captains the sides and moves back into midfield. Another player that had a good game on the weekend. Watford unchanged from the side that thrashed Cardiff 5-1 on Friday night. That'd be a good game, that. Liverpool versus Watford. These are the live scenes at Anfield. Must-win game for Liverpool in the title race. That's a tough one to call. Liverpool-Watford's a tough one, isn't it?
I reckon goals galore. I reckon it could be draw.
Whenever anyone says goals galore...
Oh, yeah,
like
the
we did on
weekend we
Sunday,
had, actually.
it's,
sorry,
2-0.
Smith.
I honestly don't think that's going to be a tough one at all.
Do you not?
I reckon Liverpool will score 4
Doesn't
or
seem
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man City also in action tonight against West Ham. We can bring in the scenes. These are the scenes from the Etihad. Players coming out the tunnel now. Pep Guardiola making 5 changes to the Man City team that beat Tubes' beloved Chelsea on penalties to lift the Carabao Cup final on Sunday.
There's a lot of them.
Captain Vincent Kompany is recalled to the heart of the defence, while Danilo, Ilkay Gundogan, Riyad Mahrez and Leroy Sané also starts at the Etihad. Hammers boss Manuel Pellegrini also makes 5 changes, interestingly, to West Ham's side that beat Fulham 3-1 in their last league game. Samir Nasri starts against his former club, and Andy Carroll captains the visitors in the absence of Mark Noble, who drops to the bench. Ryan Fredericks and Pedro Obiang also start, while 19-year-old fullback Ben Johnson is handed his Premier League debut. So keep an eye on how Ben Johnson does. I'll be asking you many questions
That's a tough gig.
about him. Palace versus United is another 8 o'clock kickoff, so we are moments away from that game. At Selhurst Park, mid-chance for Arsenal. We'll go to that chance in a minute with Dave, but first out, the teams are out at Selhurst Park. Here they are. Crystal Palace make just 1 change to the side that beat Leicester and put Claude Puel out of a job, of course, last time out. Martin Kelly comes in for Mamadou Sakho. Injury hit Man United without 8 first-team players, so forgotten man Fred gets a start in midfield. Diogo Dalot and Alexis Sanchez also come in, while Ander Herrera, Juan Mata and Marcus Rashford drop out from the side that drew 0-0 against Liverpool on Sunday. Youth team player Tahith Chong and James Garner are on the bench, so once again, Will, keep an eye out for them if they come on. So a lot of injury hit Man United there. And you think there might be a little upset there, Palace Man United?
I don't know, they've been doing all right. They haven't lost in the last 6 or 7 games, and especially at Selhurst Park, turned some big teams over, but it'd be interesting to see what Alexis Sanchez does as well, starting today.
Nothing.
Dave, Alexis Sanchez.
Yes.
You loved him at Arsenal. What is going on with him at Man United?
Okay, I might get some stick. I'd still have him back at Arsenal now.
Would
I
you?
think he's so good. I really do.
Absolutely.
Even like
I'd
he's
take
maybe
him
lost.
at Chelsea.
Yeah, maybe even he has lost that a bit of pace. He's still quality, man. I think the thing is,
So if he's still quality, why is it not working in the way they're playing?
When he was at Arsenal, he was the man. Yeah. He was basically the team was built to an extent around him.
Like Matt Letizia at Southampton.
Maybe not extreme, but yeah, I get I get what you mean. But whereas at United, particularly under Jose, it was like you do your role. And I think that took a lot of the sting out of him. Now he's trying to rebuild that confidence now, but he's still.
And plus, he's not playing, is he?
He's not. Yeah, he might come on for the next 10
Yeah.
minutes or 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's no good for a player like him.
Scenes at the Etihad, we can see their parade in the Carabao Cup, Will.
Not just that as well, the parade in the Continental Cup was which the Man City ladies won as well, so it's a nice touch, bringing both out. Big weekend for Man City, so sorry Tubes, but you're going to have to see them lift the trophy again then.
Slows them down! These are the scenes. Chance in the... chance for Bournemouth will come to Dave in a minute, but lifting both trophies pre-match. And as Kevin De Bruyne said earlier, no rest, no time for a party. They're straight back in action. 2 games in a week. Fixtures coming thick and fast. So another big game for them tonight. Chance for Bournemouth. Dave, talk us to what happened there.
Yes, the kind of Bournemouth came on the counter. They did well to get the ball well high to Arsenal's part of our pitch. Sorry.
Sorry, Dave.
Go on, carry on, Dave. We'll come to one in a minute.
And the ball was playing in, but Arsenal managed to get a lot of bodies back, which was very, very nice to see. There was one issue where kind of because Cole Jenkinson hasn't been maybe as match fit as he kind of should be. He was a little bit out of position for the second chance, but we managed to deal with it.
Will, lots of grunting and groaning. All of our games have kicked off now. All the 8 PMs, all the 7:45s. Will, you're watching 4. What's happening in your game so far?
Ball in the back of the net at St Mary's, but it's been disallowed. Charlie Austin absolutely spearing the goalkeeper and then putting the ball in with his head. Unsurprisingly, the ref blew for a free kick.
Good decision, right decision?
Yeah, probably. No, it definitely was. Yeah,
Are we going to have a forfeit for the losers?
Are we going to have a forfeit for the losers?
Yeah.
That's a great shout. Definitely do that. Yeah,
I don't know. He just chucked it in on me.
Smithy has to do a football social in a Chelsea shirt.
Oh!
Sorry, mate. Done.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, we'll have a photo. Whoever loses, we'll have a photo after this in each other's shirt, yeah? Done.
No, I want you
do the whole
to present the next show.
When are you going to
next time I come on, I'll wear a top.
No, it's got to be fair and square.
Yeah.
Whoever loses this, the other person will wear the opposition shirt, yeah?
Done.
Done. OK. Tubes, Chelsea Spurs is underway. How have they started in this?
I don't know, I was just negotiating the bet.
Let's hope Spurs don't let me down here.
You've shook on that bet, right?
We actually didn't.
Yes,
OK, so the bet is the loser will wear, for a picture only, the opposition shirt. Best of luck, may the best team win. Come on, you Spurs.
Present the next show.
Official.
No, that's not a bet.
Come on.
Let's go to social corner before we've got any goals in our 8 o'clocks. Only 1 goal so far. That is the goal at the Emirates. Arsenal 1-0 up, the rest are 0-0. So, Temps, what have people been saying on the stream?
People are talking about Mo Salah. So Riley has said, why does Mo Salah go missing against the top 6? So in the last 8 matches, he's only scored 1 goal.
Yeah, Mo Salah has an incredible record. Obviously, he's got an amazing record. One of the quickest players in Premier League history to get to 50 goals. For Liverpool, he's broken all the records. Player of the season last season, so he's obviously a phenomenal player. But his record against the top 6 is incredible. I think he's only scored
1 goal in the last 8 matches.
Is that? What do you put that down to, Dave? Is that just a freak stat, or does he get found out in big games?
I think some of their other senior players need to take more responsibility in the bigger games.
I mean, you can't knock his record.
Yeah,
I mean,
if he's constantly got at least 1, potentially 2 players around him, there should be more space for the other players to do more damage.
Chelsea, dangerous free kick for Chelsea here.
It's very dangerous for you in that Chelsea shirt, mate.
It is, yeah. Eden Hazard whipping the ball in.
Whoa!
And it's cleared. He fears the danger. I'm not enjoying this. Why are you so confident, bearing in mind Tottenham destroyed Chelsea in this fixture early on in the season? It was very one-sided at Wembley, wasn't it? Were you at the game?
Gaff, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Well, Wembley, so...
Well...
we don't have a gap yet.
It's been for the last 3 years.
That was very one-sided, that, wasn't it?
It was. We got our pants pulled down. But it'll be different tonight. If we play like we did on Sunday, we'll beat you.
Yeah, and if we play like we played on Saturday, you'll definitely beat us.
Yeah. So,
Oh, yeah.
but, you know, it's always a good game, isn't it?
Yeah, always a good game. Always goals galore, which you shouldn't say again because we're jinxing all of these games. Will, quite a bit of action in your games. City and Liverpool both involved in the title race. Big game for both of them. How have they started?
Great save. Ow!
Was that Jenkinson?
Let's talk about City first, Will.
Yeah, Riyad Mahrez going close for City, but just shooting wide. And Lukaku had a chance down the other end for Manchester United at Selhurst Park, but no goals. Oh, Mahrez should do better. Comes across the box, whips in by David Silva. Mahrez puts it over the bar from about 4 yards.
4 yards?
4 yards,
Oh,
4 of your
4 yards.
finest.
Mahrez starting not playing a lot of game time, has he, Riyad Mahrez? So we'll be hoping to impress in this one. Dave, Bournemouth slightly getting back into it. I saw you jump off.
Yeah, they was, but Arsenal's defence, I'm not going to... They're actually looking pretty good. You know what I mean? It's the man's back, the Greek god, Mr. Socrates, as well as our best defender at the club, Koscielny. He just seem to be out here... They just look more solid and defenders that know how to defend. It's just who would have thought if you did that?
Who would have thought?
You know,
Alonso.
Massive chance for Chelsea. Very confident about this game.
Alonso.
But Chelsea have a very dangerous free kick here. Alonso whips one in.
That's absolute pony.
ricochet.
That's pants. That's not very good. Come on, Chelsea.
Is
Is it? It's offside.
all Chelsea so far, Tube?
It is.
Isn't it? Started well.
Looks like we're up for it. But we need the points more than you need the points. So
Yeah.
It's a must-win game for Chelsea. Big styly.
Yeah, big win and a big week for Spurs as well, because of course Spurs play Arsenal on Saturday. It's a big week. Week, should I say, for Spurs, Chelsea and Arsenal. And if they're in any sort of title race, they need to get maximum points.
Who?
It's Will.
Spurs.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If they're in any sort of
That
title race, they
ended
need
on
to get
Saturday,
6.
didn't it?
Probably, yes, if I'm being honest. Will, chance of one of your games, what happened?
Aguero off the post of Man City, ball rolled across the 6-yard box. It's normally his bread and butter, but he's hit the post from about 5 yards.
So City hitting the post twice already?
No, only hit the post twice, but I had 2 sitters.
They
should be 2-0 up, really. But Aguero uncharacteristically missing from about 5 yards out.
Sergio Agüero could become the first player in Premier League history to score a hat-trick in 3 consecutive home appearances. The Argentine hat-tricks against Arsenal and Chelsea. It's unbelievable. 25 goals in his last 16 starts at the Etihad. He is on fire. Will, back to you again. What's going on?
He fizzed one past the post earlier. Your best mate now, but he's just had his second chance and it's gone over the top of the bar.
Post! Chance for Chelsea. Choose what happened.
Higuain just hit the post. Oh,
it's a let-off for Spurs, who've not started the brightest. It's been all Chelsea so far.
But you're on the attack now, though.
Oh,
no, that's offside. It's got to be offside.
Not given. Lamella.
Oh, no, not now.
Kane.
Oh, he should have
played
that out.
Really open game. This Chelsea with a big chance to take the lead. Higuain hitting the post.
Oh, my God.
Spurs getting the ball down the other end. Winks makes a crossfield pass, but the danger is clear. Should he have scored, Higuain, Chiefs?
No, it was on the half volley. He sliced it a bit.
Here's the replay now. Talk us through it.
What do we think, boys?
Bad clearance from...
He's come across the ball. He's hit it well.
He's just hit it with his
shinned it a bit, but...
Lloris planted, no chance.
I don't know. I'm not sure. He's done well, I think.
Oh!
If he's meant that spin, that's unbelievable. If he's meant that.
So Chelsea starts.
This is a high-tempo game, I'll tell you that.
The ball goes out for a goal kick, very high tempo. Always goals in our games, aren't there?
Yeah.
Chelsea Spurs, always goals in the game.
Oh, by the way, I'll get the draw.
No, you don't get the draw. That's good. I would never second that. Dave, Arsenal, have they been playing since Bournemouth?
We're playing well. Mesut is on the ball. Never mind.
You're loving Mesut Ozil, aren't you?
Yeah, never mind Ollie's at the wheel, mate. Bloody Mesut's at the wheel, mate. We're going for it. So, we're playing well. But we actually got naturally wing backs playing rather than centre halves playing at wing backs. So we're getting a lot more width. So it's really helping with the space for the central midfielders. So it's fantastic to watch.
Yeah, Arsenal got a great record against Bournemouth. Won all 4 of their home meetings with Bournemouth in all competitions by an aggregate score of 11-1. Bournemouth won just 1 of their 8 meetings in all competitions with Arsenal. So Bournemouth have a terrible record against Arsenal. They'll be looking to change that tonight. Only Man City have won more Premier League home points this season than Arsenal. Arsenal have been very good at home. Will, back to you. All going on in your games, mate.
Go!
Southampton. Who's it for?
Romeo. Southampton are 1-0 up at the St Mary's. Romeo. It's I think it's a volley coming from a corner. Keeper's left stranded and it's gone in. So the big 6-pointer down the bottom. It's 1-0 to Southampton. And Man United should be 1-0 up. Corner's come in. Lukaku's been left unguarded. Free volley and he's hit it over the bar.
Big chance. You said that of all the games you're looking forward to, is covering the Man United game, the City game, the Liverpool. You said that's the one you're looking forward to. Yeah. That's the one that's brought the first goal.
Keeper should do better. He's parried it out, and it's a deflected low drive right into the back of the net. And Southampton have won.
Deflected, isn't it?
It's gone through everyone's legs.
Crappy goal.
Keeper's got to do better there, hasn't he?
They won't care.
It's a terrible punch out.
Big game at the bottom of the table. Southampton unbeaten in their last 19 home league games against Fulham. Another team with a great record against today's opponents. 1-13, drawing 6. Despite this. Interrupt you there. Another goal. Who's it for, Will?
Sadio Mane scored for Liverpool. The title race is on well and truly at Anfield. The early goals come in. It's a header from Sadio Mane, crossing from the right-hand side. He's risen up like a salmon, all the clichés you need, and he's put the ball in the back of the net. 1-0 Liverpool.
And you see Jurgen Klopp, very calm for Jurgen Klopp, wasn't he? He's not counting his chickens just yet.
He knows they need to get this second. If they don't get the second, Watford can put the pressure on, but if they get 2 or 3, it could get a bit silly.
Trust me, that's going to be about 5-0.
You get a bit silly.
You said that, didn't you?
Yeah.
First early goal. Other 2 games, well, let's talk about Man United. Have Man United started? Lots of injuries for United.
Yeah, it started really well. Lukaku has had 2 glorious chances. They should be 1-0 up, and it looks like Antonio, who had such a good game at the weekend, is coming off for West Ham United.
Coming off?
Yeah. Maybe it looks like a shoulder.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy, does he?
I might click that one back into place. Oh, yeah, that's a bad one. Needs a medipack on that.
Yeah, it looks like Antonio might be coming off there. We'll keep you updated on that Antonio injury. Looks like he's coming back on, Will.
Oh, thank God.
Back on?
What a great...
Following on from that dance he did on Friday Night Football, which we really enjoyed.
And of course, the shoulder, a key element when you're dancing, so hopefully that doesn't affect your celebrations going forward.
OK, of course, as well as all of these games, we do have some incentives, courtesy of our mates at Sky Bet. We can give you our first price boost now on your screen. Hazard to score the first goal was 9-2. You can now get 11-1 on that, Tubes. Hazard to score the first goal. Yeah, that is...
Are we allowed to bet now?
Yes, you can. 11 to 2. Sorry, that is now. It's 11 to 2. It's from 9 to 2 to 11 to 2.
Oh, no.
There we go.
You have to be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. So 11 to 2. There we go. There is the amendment on the graphic. 11 to 2. Hazard score the first goal. Must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. Still good odds for that though. Whilst there's a bit of a break in play, social corner, Will. Sorry, Temps. What are people saying? What are people talking?
Can't do everything, Smith.
This one's from Barry, who says, who do you prefer in the Arsenal starting 11, Lacazette or Aubameyang?
Ooh, straight to Dave Jackson with that one.
You have to say Aubameyang. I think he's a better striker, but I think Arsenal played better with Lacazette in the team. So
Do you think we play better with both in the team?
It depends. I think if you've got Guendouzi and Torreira, then yes, when they're both playing. But
That's that ball.
if you've only got one of them, then it just doesn't work because we don't have enough of the ball to get the ball up there. So.
Yeah, Lacazette is a man on form though.
He is.
29 goals in 37 appearances at the Emirates Stadium. So at home he's on absolute fire. 23 goals.
Oh,
6
come on,
assists.
come on, take your time.
Oh,
Take your time,
take
take your time.
Go on!
Yeah!
Goal for Arsenal, 2-4.
The form of Mkhitaryan.
2 for Mickey.
And Mkhitaryan, like you said, player in form, isn't he?
He is. I don't actually know the stats because
It's for you.
on Saturday,
Yeah, not a foul, by the way.
So talk us through this goal before we go to Spurs-Chelsea, because it's started lively at Stamford Bridge.
Again, the man.
Here's the replay.
Yeah, again, the man Mesut Ozil is all over it again. The ball was very cheaply given away. Mkhitaryan is taking a touch in the middle of the pitch. Slide the ball to Ozil. Ozil slid it back to Mkhitaryan, so now Ozil has a goal and assist, and that is the reason why we're paying 320 grand a week, because when he's on form, he's doing bits and Arsenal get points. So
This
well
is,
done, Mesut.
Only he
Very
would pass that
unselfish
back.
from Ozil.
Yeah, only he would pass that back.
Corner for Liverpool, Will Brazier.
Not today. Townsend can score from 40 yards, but he's just missed an absolute sitter from 4 yards. But United are in here. Delort!
Hey.
Oh, splashed across the goal. Delort making a run down the right-hand wing. All United, but as I said, Townsend should have scored for Crystal Palace.
For Chelsea, ball whips in.
Corner, Smith. Corner, mate.
End-to-end stuff at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea started the brighter, and they do have a corner now.
Sorry, boys, in full flow.
I'll tell you
No,
what.
I'm being deadly serious.
That's a pen.
Ball
What?
in the Spurs.
A Chelsea opinion for a penalty in there?
That was a pen.
Was it?
Claiming that it came off. I think that was Ben Davies' hand.
Straight red, I think, as well.
Not giving ball behind, but the danger isn't clear. Chelsea do have a corner. Corner whips in, not clear.
Smash.
That's very similar to the goal you scored in the Carabao Cup one, which went through about 3 legs.
Yeah.
Very similar to that, but the danger was clear. We're going to have a look at that penalty instance again, see if we think it was a penalty. It was hit at force. I think it was Ben Davies.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
We haven't seen a replay. There is
Chance for City.
Chance for City.
They're doing too much. It's like the Arsenal of old. They just want to walk it in.
Not a fan, Will.
Just Pep out for me.
Useless.
Useless.
OK, let's go to social corner attempts. Remind the viewers how they can get in touch
Ozil is playing
quickly in the
fantastic,
show
by the
as
way.
well.
All you have to do is tweet at Football Daily,
4
at
weeks to rest,
SoccerM, and use the full social hashtag. And our next question is from Cole Kitchen. Who
Cold
says,
Kitchen?
Cole Kitchen.
Cole Kitchen.
Who says, is Jorginho the worst Chelsea player this season? So he's been getting a lot of stick, hasn't he?
He does split opinion tubes, doesn't he, Jorginho? He gets a lot of touches on the ball, a lot of passes,
Yeah.
but I read a lot of... There was Chelsea fans criticising him after which I think is a bit harsh, saying he doesn't get enough goals, assists. Is that...
Well, he hasn't got 1 assist this season. But is he the worst player?
But that's a strong statement, worst player,
He takes a great
isn't it?
penalty, though, doesn't he? So
Well,
he's worth it. He's worth it.
The problem with what he did on Sunday was exactly what he did against Spurs.
Yeah.
Exactly the same place.
Same run-up and everything.
And,
I love the run-up. The run-up's the best thing ever.
Did he think that the keeper would
Not
think
do
he's
his
going the other
homework.
way? And
I don't understand that. But if you jump, if you run into the ball and you jump, there's only one way you can go.
It's going to be hard to hit
Because you've landed on that foot.
Yeah.
So you can't wrap your foot back round.
Yeah.
So I don't see... It might look good if it goes in, but I don't like it. And he missed.
But
I love
it's a
it,
strong statement. The statement is worst
Chelsea player
season. I mean,
this season, yeah.
a strong statement, isn't it?
But you've got to take into consideration, with 12 games in, everyone was raving about it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's only since we started being playing poor that we've got on his back.
Oh, Guendouzi, what have you done here, you idiot?
Goal for Bournemouth! Dave Jackson, talk us through this goal with as much detail as possible, please, my friend.
Guendouzi got caught on the ball.
What a game.
He's been fantastic this season, but he has to learn from this because it was extremely...
Wow!
poor play.
Oh, sorry, I thought it was the wrong ball.
Okay, here's the replay, Dave.
Yeah,
this is bad from Guendouzi. Oh, he's giving the ball away.
He's been caught in possession. Decent finish from Bournemouth there, but he has to learn from that because he's clearly going to be a top player, but he has to use this as a lesson.
He's claiming a foul there, but it's not a foul, is it? He wins the ball cleanly.
That's very cheap. So well done, Guendouzi. You've ruined my mood. Well done, mate.
Go!
Chance for one of your games, Will? Just waiting to see if it's...
No, sorry. I've got really beady eyes, so it's quite hard to pick out what that.
We'll try and move the monitor a bit.
No, it's my eyes, Smithy.
Toe the floor manager. There he is. There's Toe the floor
Trent
manager.
Alexander-Arnold's
moving it.
Oh, it's so close.
That might be in vision now, Tone. I don't have to check. Go on, Tone. Talk us through the chances we just missed.
Trent Alexander-Arnold's put the ball across, and then the defenders have bounced it around off each other, but it's come off Ben Foster and it's gone out for a corner to Liverpool.
Corner to Liverpool.
Should be 2-0.
Come on, Guendouzi, keep going, keep driving.
Cleared.
Have a dig.
Chance for Arsenal. Dave, all going on. Aubameyang.
It's all going off in this game,
It is all going on. And,
look at that. It's been absolutely
We'll stay with the Bournemouth Arsenal game. Bournemouth are in here.
This is unreal.
This is an unbelievable run.
Yes, well done, Dave. Book him.
Big moment at the Emirates.
Yes.
Bournemouth are claiming a penalty.
And he's cheating.
A penalty.
He's a diver.
He's not dive there.
He's dived.
He's giving him a yellow card. Josh King, he's booked him for diving.
That's not a dive.
Dave, this is the replay.
It's a definite dive. I haven't seen it again. Dive. Look at that. Simulation.
Into the player.
What do you think? What do we think, guys? Penalty or dive?
It's the right decision.
Or neither. It can be either.
I don't think it's not. I don't think it's either.
It's a collision.
We're just showing shots of Eddie Howe.
He's like,
Eddie Howe
tried to con the referee.
It is a pen. Do you think that's a dive?
I don't think that.
He's like thrown his legs into the player because where's Kashani supposed to go there? I'd be very upset if that Arsenal player went there, but I think it definitely wasn't a penalty.
You think it was a pen, Chiefs?
I thought it was a collision. Don't know about a penalty, but I thought they just collided.
Yeah, Josh King did get booked for that yellow card for an alleged dive. He's been involved in 5 goals in his last 5 Premier League games for Bournemouth, 4 goals and 1 assist. He is a man in form. 2-1. A big moment in the game there, Dave. Arsenal with a let-off.
It was, because, you can see 2 goals in 5 minutes. It's not great, is it? So they've done well not to consider... Look, come on, just hold the ball for 5 minutes now, all right?
So just remind you of the scores so far. Arsenal was a 7:45, 2-1 up. Mesut Ozil and Henrik Mkhitaryan. Lys Mousset with the goal for Bournemouth on the 30-minute mark. Chance for a penalty. Josh King booked for diving, so that remains 2-1 to Arsenal. Southampton with an early goal, 23rd-minute goal for Oriol Romeo, 1-0 up against Fulham. Chelsea Spurs is 0-0. Palace Man United 0-0. Liverpool with a very early goal after 9 minutes, thanks to Sadio Mane, lead Watford 1-0, and it's still City 0, West Ham 0. How is that game going, Will?
It's been all City. Obviously, they had Aguero's chance, hit the post. De Bruyne has had one that he should have done, and Mahrez had an absolute sitter, but it's all Manchester City in that game.
You class it as a sitter, that one?
Aguero's?
The Mahrez one?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. For a player, when you're paying 50 million, you should be doing a lot better than that, than putting it over the bar.
I'm going to miss Hazard so much.
But still 0-0.
Do you think he's definitely gone, Tubes?
I think so.
Even with the transfer policy that you can't sign players?
Do you know what? I hope he stays. I love the guy.
Yeah, I
absolutely love him. But it's just the
think
way
you
he
might be
just
right.
collides.
Yeah.
And he's so strong. Do you see David Silva bounce off him?
Yeah. And also the counter. This is why I thought Chelsea should have won in 90 minutes, because although it was all City, we read the possession stats out, with frightening towards City's favour. But every time Chelsea were on the counter-attack, you had the Hazard chance, the Kante chance. The actual chances you created were better than the chances City created.
Yeah,
it was all
totally.
through Hazard.
He's just something else.
So, quiet moment while we take a breath. Let's go to Temps in Social Corner. A lot of questions coming in, a lot of people on the stream. Keep your comments coming to us. What are people saying on social?
Next question is from Sal, who says, how do you think Brendan Rodgers would do for Leicester? So obviously he was officially made manager yesterday.
I think it's a great
Return of
appointment.
Rodgers.
Great appointment.
I think Leicester have done awesome.
Yeah, they have. They really have.
Also, I think he's a great manager. I think he'll do really well.
You look at what he did at Swansea, the way he and also Liverpool as well. Liverpool
nearly won the...
Is that in? Oh, wow!
And the chance to Liverpool going, what's happened there, Will?
Unbelievable! Sadio Mane.
Chiefs will come to you in a minute. Big chance for Higuain again.
Come on, man.
Started very strongly, but there's been a goal in the game at Anfield. Will, talk us through what happened.
2-0 to Liverpool. Ball comes over the top, and it's Mane split the defence. And you think it's offside. Flag stays down. He's got his back to the goal, so he just back heels it past Ben Foster from about 8 to 10 yards. Unbelievable finish. He's on 2, on for the hat trick. Have a look at this. Great work from Mohamed Salah down the right-hand side. Great work into the box, and then it comes. He plays. I think it goes back out, for the clearance. And then watch this now.
It's a weird goal, isn't it?
It comes back in. Everyone thinks he's offside. He's clearly onside.
He's onside.
Back to goal, and he just says, "Have a bit of this."
That was lovely.
All aboard the
The
showboat.
showboat, that'd be in
Bit
soccer.
cheeky, Dave.
wowzers.
Look at that.
this.
Come on.
Oh,
He's got it up in the air as well.
I think Foster thinks it's going the other way as well. He's chipped the goalie with his back
does.
to goal.
That
2
is-
goals for the evening, and like Tube
He's
said,
chipped it into the ground as
That
well,
is
over the
superb.
keeper.
it could get messy now.
And Trent Alexander-Arnold back in the team, of course, had a great season.
Go on, Kante.
With the assist,
Look at this.
Kante on the run
Go
for
on, little
Chelsea.
man.
That was lovely.
That's class,
That is
isn't
so good.
It's a great goal from Liverpool. Good start for Liverpool in the title race.
Run him. Oh, look at
Chelsea
two men on
attacking
him.
with Eden Hazard. Spurs getting back now. Tubes, talk us to that chance. Higuain again.
Higuain
Big
again.
chance
He
for
should have
Chelsea.
done, this time he should have done better. He should have hit the target. He's through again.
Good save, Lloris, off his line. Poor clearance from Lloris, wasn't it? Straight
It's
to
poor from
Chelsea.
Lloris, laid into Hazard, laid it off to Higuain on the left foot. He's missed the target. Should have done better. Simple as that, really. But
Simple
we're
as
playing.
that.
We're playing well.
Yeah, Chelsea are playing very
I'm
well.
loving this Sarri ball.
Loving Sarri ball. Big foul in your game, Dave?
Yeah,
Strong
Socrates
challenge?
just been booked. A bit of a cheap tackle, to be honest. He's gone straight through the Bournemouth player and deserved a yellow card. But we're not playing particularly well at the moment.
Yeah, Bournemouth, another free kick as well.
We can't keep the football. So despite how well we were playing for half an hour, we've now gone back to the Arsenal the last couple of weeks. But you know, we just need to get hold of the ball, get a bit of. Get a little bit of possession back and gain and regain momentum.
Oh, Bournemouth in here!
Please,
And it's cleared. Bournemouth on the attack again.
Offside.
Mesut Ozil on the score sheet, of course, in that game. The last time Ozil scored more than 1 goal in a game for Arsenal was in October 2016 when he scored a hat-trick in a 6-0 Champions League game against Ludogorets. Chance for Spurs.
That's it.
Sun in the box. Danger cleared. And interestingly, Mesut Ozil is a 7-2 price boost to score again tonight. That was 3-1, 7-2 with our friends at Sky Bet. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions will, Brazier,
Apply. They
Thank
always
you very
apply.
much. End-to-end Tubes. This isn't it.
Come on.
Spurs with the chance.
This
Straight
game
down
is
the other end.
unbelievable.
It is end-to-end, but Spurs with an injury. Is that Trippier that's down? Can't quite see. Sarri's on
Not
the touch.
sure. I think we've just chosen to put it out. I don't think it was. I don't think the ref
Is it because it's a head injury, facial injury?
No, I think it doesn't look too good for Kieran. Oh, yes.
Oh. Hazard's caught Trippier with an
I don't-
elbow in the face. I don't think it's intentional.
Unintentional.
It's not intentional, but it does catch him
Yeah.
in the face with the elbow, which are nasty. Chelsea put the ball out, so we'll see if Trips can carry on. Hopefully he is okay and can carry on.
But what a game! I've got to be honest. It's literally
Yeah,
end
it
to
is
end,
end-to-end,
isn't
isn't
it?
it?
It's fiery.
Tough one to call here. Pochettino just having words with Christian Eriksen on the touchline. Will, a lot going on at Anfield, isn't there? Every time we look, Liverpool on the attack again. Is it all Liverpool? What any positive signs you can give to Watford fans at all?
No. Liverpool's half once down the other end, but it was dealt with, and Sadio Mane's been on absolute fire since he started this. So, like Tube said, it could get very messy at Anfield.
Yeah, he called it. It is getting messy.
Janko.
Fulham are 2-0 up, and Arsenal on the attack. Dave Jackson,
Take
we'll
time.
come to you
take
here.
time. Pick someone out. Oh, for goodness. No.
Corner ball.
Yeah. Arsenal had 2 players down there, but decided to play on. So well
Dave, I
done.
feel like every time we have an Arsenal game on the Football Social, this is exactly what happens. You're so good going forward and create a lot, but so open at the back. That is
It's gonna have to
true,
raise-
isn't it?
Oh no! Oh no!
Chance to
What a
Spurs.
tackle!
Missed that, Tubes.
Son controlled it. Was just about to probably put it in the onion bag. Alonso's come, intercepted. Good defending.
Yeah, here's the replay. Macho Guendouzi just limping in the Arsenal game at the corner of my eye. Oh, it's a big chance, actually,
Yeah,
Son.
it's a great
clearance
tackle.
from- Read that really well.
it's kicking off.
Alonso.
It's
And
getting-
David Luiz
it's
and Harry
getting
Kane having
spicy.
words. Always does like to get a bit spicy in this fixture.
Do you remember that picture 2 years ago?
We were
What
both at
game?
that game.
Yeah.
Monday Night
What
Football.
game?
We did a Facebook Live for Soccer AM, and it was Spurs had to win
The Leicester one.
to keep the title
Yeah.
alive. We went 2-0 up, and Chelsea.
that was
But it was
brilliant.
Monday
Oh,
Night
that
Football, but it was so intense. How that game ended with 11 v 11, I'll never know.
It was an
Was that
absolute-
Clattenburg? Because he even said he was like being a bit lenient, wasn't
I think it
Yeah.
was with Clattenburg. Yeah, Pochettino was on the pitch.
he? Got to be offside.
Let's get to social corner anyway while we look at this
great
incident. Spurs Chelsea, a little bit of handbags. David Luiz and Harry Kane. We're just having a replay of what's going on now.
I don't know what's the
not
problem
quite
there.
sure, really.
What's that with
David
him?
Luiz is complaining with Harry Kane. I think did something. What's going on here?
He's tried to headbutt in there, Smith.
He's
Kane and
headbutted.
Aspilicueta, or is it Luiz's?
No, he went to nut Azpilicueta.
Bit of afters between Kane and Aspilicueta.
Azpilicueta, we just call him Dave.
I love the fact the camera zoomed in on Tubesy's face at that exact moment. But it is still 0-0. Trippier looks like he's playing on. No further action McCain or Aspilicueta. So we'll get to social corner attempts.
Yes, the next question is from Mondo, who says...
Mondo.
Would a Chelsea defeat end their top 4 chances?
Raimundo, is that Raimundo?
No, I can't say that would end them.
It's not ending.
It's still long.
It's going to be tough.
Some strong statements from social.
You know what these fans are like, they're dramatic.
Is Jorginho the worst?
If you don't win...
It will make it very, very hard to finish top 4 if we do not get at least a point tonight, in my opinion.
So Mondo's onto something.
Huh?
Mondo's onto something there, isn't he?
Mondo's got a...
Goal! What a Sergio!
In the back of the net, another goal, Will!
2-0 to Southampton. Fulham down. Start planning life in the Championship. I'll see you next year. Ward-Prowse has scored for Southampton. And, yeah, not much hope left for Fulham now, Smith.
Dreadful start for Fulham.
It was
in a must-win game from them at the bottom.
It was a good save by the keeper. Well, it wasn't actually, because he's pushed it out straight to James Ward-Prowse and he's tapped it in the back of the net. They're trying to play out from the back. He's gone long.
That's a foul. That's a foul, ref.
And, yeah, 2-0 Southampton.
Spurs on the attack. Tubes think it should have been a foul. Not given from the ref. Waving play on. So bad start for Fulham. Very bad start indeed. 2-0.
Oh, what has happened there with Fulham?
Amazing. Claudio Ranieri, incidentally, winless in 22 away Premier League games. That's 15 for Leicester, 7 for Fulham.
They spent £100 million in the summer.
Yeah, £100 million, obviously. Changed manager. Started OK for Ranieri in his first few games, but since then, it's been a dreadful run of form for them. Fulham are the only Premier League team yet to win away from home in the Premier League this season. They've not won a single game, Tubes, away from home, which is mad, really. Played 14. 1-0, drawn 2, lost 12 away from home. Among teams who have played at least 100 away from home in the competition, Fulham have the worst win ratio of all time. That is, Fulham fans will not want me to repeat that, but looks like they're going to have to do something amazing, Will, to get back into this game now.
I'll tell you what, I've seen more miracles, like me getting a tan on holiday. That's what it would absolutely take there. Fulham have got no chance in that game.
And it's end to end in the Chelsea-Tottenham game.
It's a brilliant game, absolutely brilliant game.
But this is the problem with Spurs. A lot of times we're so attacking and so open that we do leave ourselves very open at the back. I mean, Chelsea have had 3 really good opportunities here. We've had a couple as well.
I'd say one good.
The second one, the Higuain one.
No, I mean they're both half chances. The half chance he should have done better. The second one, but it's been quite tight. There's not been many clear-cut chances. But it's great to watch.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Great for the neutral.
Down Son, and that's a free kick. Must be a free kick. David Luiz cynically bringing down Heung-min Son. That'll be a free kick to Spurs on the edge of the box. Dave, all going your game still. Chance for Arsenal again.
It's really end-to-end as well, this one. Guendouzi's forced a corner out of the Polish Bournemouth goalkeeper. Artur Boruc, that's the one.
He looks double-hard, doesn't he? Look at him.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
Tap down his side of his...
Do you think he's one of the hardest-looking footballers in the Premier League?
Yes.
Who's the second hardest? Putting you on the spot, go.
Oh, wow.
Kolasinac.
Kolasinac is a good shout.
100%.
Victor Wanyama?
Yeah.
He's hard, isn't he?
Mitrovic looks like
Let us know in the comment section your hardest-looking footballers.
I say Kennedy as well.
Any other players that you suggest, get in the comment section below.
Can we have comment section of the best tag team?
I like that. Yeah, get involved. Yeah. Best tag team. Trippier whips the ball in charge for Spurs.
Willie.
Oh, I was going to say Kepa, but it's not. It's Willie.
A big Willie style.
Save. How will Kepa be feeling about that?
Big Willie
there's
style.
how you get in touch at Football Daily, at SoccerM. Use the hashtag #TheFootballSocial. Willie Caballero with a good punch out, clearing the danger from Kieran Trippier.
I like Willie Caballero.
Go on, attack the ball.
Right, Temps, go back to you.
Yeah.
He's like a great number 2, isn't he? Like to have number 2.
I was engrossed there. The next question is from Jacob, who says, is it realistic that Man City can win the quadruple? Or will that never happen?
It's actually impossible.
It's going to be hard, isn't it? I don't think they'll win the Champions League.
No,
I don't think Man City win the Champions League.
Who are you going for?
I think Barcelona.
Really?
I also think Juventus are a very strong side.
They're 2-0 down against Flacco, man.
Yeah, but I think they can turn that round. Do you not think?
Nah.
You think they're done?
Absolutely not.
You don't think that's
one of the best defensive teams in Europe? Real Madrid. No chance.
That's the thing.
I think Man City can
get
win
one in the second leg.
They certainly can win it. I just think I wouldn't have Man City as favourites now. If I was to put my money now, I'd tip Barcelona.
Barca, yeah.
Lionel Messi and I just got a lot of options, and obviously I've seen them play Spurs in the Champions League this season, and they were frightening. Absolutely frightening.
He's quite good, that Messi. Isn't
He is quite good at football, yeah. But yeah, they definitely can win it. But to win the quadruple, you just got to have everything going your way. It's a lot of luck involved, injuries. It's very tough to do. I mean, they only won the Carabao Cup, which a lot of people would argue is the
you
easiest.
said that about 4 times.
They won the Carabao Cup.
I do think if anyone's going to do it, it will be Man City. Will be the first team to do it.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. If anyone...
How long is Fernandinho out for long? Did they confirm or deny that?
That's a big loss. He got injured.
He is a proper player.
So they got no one for him after.
Big
He's
loss.
out for a month.
And we spoke about that on Sunday. He's the one player that, because they've got a lot of attacking options, but he's the one player they can't really replace in that position.
Well, like Delph, he's not really the
Delph
same.
can play that.
He can play that position, yeah, but
He's not the same level, is he? Really?
No.
I rate Delpho.
Yeah.
They've got a midfield
Delph's
3 today
solid.
of De Bruyne, Gundogan and David Silva, so...
Yeah. Not bad, is it?
I mean, it's not bad.
Fernandinho allows them all to play.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got a lot of tag teams here, by the way.
Have you?
Yeah,
Go on,
go
read
on.
out some of the tag teams.
I don't know if these are just from John Stiff, because he's gone absolutely mad.
Oh, free kicks, bro. That's a blatant free kick,
not.
ref.
Yeah.
What is that decision?
That's what I'm talking about.
That decision.
You not give it?
What is that? Oh, lovely little turn there. That is unbelievable. How is that not a free kick to Spurs? I will never know.
Oh!
No, there's won the ball. Well done, ref.
He's not.
Go on.
Right, foul him there.
Go on,
Foul him.
go on.
Foul him.
Finish your
Foul him.
son. Oh, it should have been a...
Take a shot, son.
Oh, son, really good. Works on 2 levels.
Hit me with some tag teams.
How good is Shimming Son,
teams.
Tubes?
He's brilliant.
Thank you, Tubes. Tag teams
the
go.
tag teams, yeah? Okay,
Tag team's
well,
quite apt, actually, because the Hardy Boys returned on SmackDown last night, so...
Jeff and Matt Hardy?
yeah, back together last
Tables,
night.
ladders, chairs, oh my. Big WWE fan, mate. Don't mind about that. Go on.
Yeah, John Stiff has confirmed that they are not his, they are from the comments.
Okay, go on.
And we've got Deeney and Ward as a tag team.
Troy Deeney looks like
Yeah, we forgot about him. Eden Hazard and Higuain.
Yeah, that's
Injured
like...
hasn't he got any?
Yeah, it's a very odd one.
No, that's
the
like...
hardest tag team I've ever come across.
That's like your Big Show,
That's
Chris
a weak-
Jericho sort of tag team.
That's a weak one. Kepper and Caballero, the only problem is they'd never tag each other out.
Really good point. Really good point.
That's good. That's good.
And we've got Akin Fenwa and James Milner for some reason.
James Milner. Yeah, but he's hard.
He is.
I reckon James Milner can flip.
Do you?
Yeah.
Also, James Milner, you've met him, I've met him. Isn't he quite funny?
Oh, I
Everyone
love
says
him.
he's
funny.
boring,
Yeah.
but he's not boring
He's
at
not
all.
boring, and he plays on that. It's brilliant.
He's just got a dry
I like
sense of humour, but he's quite funny. Interesting tag team, Milner and Akin Fenwa. Akin Fenwa is a Liverpool fan, of course. So maybe that
could happen, yeah.
Yeah. Go on, any others?
Probably the worst one, Smalling and Jones
Half-time.
as a tag team.
Oh, yes.
Smalling.
They'd be like your Mean Street Posse for the British WWF fans.
Jones would have the facial expressions for the walkout lockdown, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Phil Jones.
He'd get the crowd going.
He would, yeah.
One of the best ones, but I think these two would fall out if they were together in a tag team. Joey Barton and Roy Keane.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's like your APA, your Bradshaw,
Yeah, that
Farouk
is,
sort
yeah.
of tag team.
Farouk, yeah.
They're going to turn on each other, they're heel turns.
There's no hold bars with that tag team, is it?
Yeah.
That's going on.
Right, the first half time.
I
Whistler's
think
gone.
Man United just scored.
Big goal!
Oh, I was too busy talking tag teams. I think Romelu Lukaku has scored for United at Selhurst Park. They don't seem very animated. It's a big goal at Selhurst Park. Carried on the run, but Lukaku has scored for United. 1-0 to them.
1-0 to Man United. The half-time whistle has gone at the Emirates. We can show you the scenes at the Emirates while Spurs have a chance. Chance for the minute screen. These are the scenes at the Emirates. 2-1 Arsenal lead. End-to-end game. Mesut Ozil after 4 minutes, followed by
that's a good goal,
Henrik
Smith.
Mkhitaryan on the 27-minute mark. Man in form, Mkhitaryan. Goal and assist in his last game and a goal
not
today.
there, not
Leeds
there,
set with a
not
goal back
there,
to Bournemouth.
not there.
2-1 to Arsenal.
This game is unbelievable. This game is rapid, by the way.
She was animated. Oh, chance for Spurs!
No.
Go on, son.
No.
Whip it in. Go on. Go on.
Yay!
Oh, he's
Go on,
anyway,
Willie.
It didn't matter.
Big Willie style.
Woo! Big chance for Spurs, saved by Big Willie style, but it wouldn't have counted because Tottenham were offside. So, first half time of the day is gone. 2-1 Arsenal. There's another 7:45, which is at the half-time stage as well. That is Southampton 2, Fulham 0. Oh! Not quite sure what we're hanging on for.
Sorry, Smith. Lukaku's goal was absolutely great. Obviously, not known for his finishing, but he's buried one in the bottom corner. And Crystal Palace straight up the other end. Townsend whipped an inviting ball in, and Jeffrey Schlupp got his head to it, and it just narrowly went past. Nearly an instant reply. Look at this. Drifted in. Oh, come on.
Big chance, that.
You've got to do better.
Big chance. Good ball from Andros Townsend, whipped in.
Whoa.
Big chance. Must be minutes after United just scored as well.
Straight away, mate. Straight from the kickoff.
Straight from kickoff.
I reckon Jeffrey Schlupp can look after himself as well.
Yeah?
Yeah.
After the 40-minute mark, big half-time team talk for Claudio Ranieri. Fulham massively need to turn that around. The other four, all 8 o'clock kickoffs, still playing. So, Dave, whilst the half-time whistle has gone, just give your assessment of Arsenal's first half
Started
performance.
particularly well, gave away an extremely cheap goal, and now we've kind of lost our way a little bit. But hoping to come out second half and get the free-flowing football going again. But yeah.
Okay. Bournemouth, they've got a terrible record against Arsenal, haven't they? As we read earlier, one of the teams that you always seem to beat Bournemouth at home, but they look like they're creating chances.
They are definitely creating, but when I was saying, we kind of started well attackingly and actually in defence, but then we gave it was such a cheap goal. Like Guendouzi was just kind of caught on the ball, not the best play, and they scored a bit of a tap in really. But we'll be that fine.
Yeah, another team flying. As things stand, the Liverpool Sadio Mane's 2 goals so far, including one audacious back heel. Those 2 goals tonight have taken him to 14 for the season, which is his best Premier League return. Interestingly, now he is a 5-2 price boost to score his 3rd Premier League career hat-trick and his first in the league for Liverpool. 5-2 price boost. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. Those are with Sky Bet, of course. Mesut Ozil, interestingly, now been directly involved, Dave, in 50 goals in just 85 Premier League appearances for Arsenal. That's at the Emirates at home. 19 gols, 31 assists. So he has his critics, but he does get goals. He does get assists, doesn't he?
Well, he's got a goal and assist today. When he. This is the thing. When Ozil plays well, Arsenal play well.
Yeah, and, the guy's world class.
Yeah,
he just doesn't do it very often.
Yeah.
Will he be at Arsenal next season?
I don't know. I don't know who's going to buy him. That's the thing, because it's not just about the transfer fee. It's about who's going to want to pay that kind of money for players who's. What is he? 29. He's going to be 30 soon. So it's like
It's interesting. Emery either starts him or he's not in the squad at all. It's got a weird relationship, isn't it?
That's up. Sorry to interrupt. That's up for Ozil to go. Yeah. All right, I want to play week in, week out, like Agüero did for Man City. Change his game.
Was playing. But Agüero's always on the bench tubes. This is the thing. Is it not weird that he's sometimes playing, then he's not even in the squad? That's quite bizarre.
Because he looks at the opposition he's playing, and obviously kind of. They're quick on the counter-attack. Ozil's superb, but just fit into Emery's system, I think.
Yeah, well, to be fair, he's got the shirt now, so it's up to he now needs to keep it. We've got Spurs on Saturday, so he should definitely be in line for a start.
You think he'll start against Spurs? He should do after this performance,
so we'll see what happens on Sunday.
He's so talented.
Do you know what, as well, as a Spurs fan, whenever we play Arsenal, he's the one that I fear that when he's standing over a free kick, he's one of the players. When he wasn't in the Carabao Cup quarter-final when we beat you, and he wasn't in the lineup or the bench, I was relieved, and I couldn't believe he wasn't even on the bench. So it's, I'd imagine he will play against us on the weekend. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on the second half. Will, grunting again. What's going on in your game?
It's just that sausage and mash repeating on me. Sorry, there, Smith. No, it could have been 3-0 to Liverpool. Mohamed Salah's hit the post. Ben Foster kind of flaps at it, and luckily they got away with it. But could get very, very messy.
How's Salah been playing? Because all the talk's been on Mane. He's been brilliant. How's Salah been?
Yeah, no, he's been really good. Like some really good industrious runs into the box, driving Liverpool forward. But a big shout out to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Some of the balls from the right-hand side have been so dangerous and causing the Watford back line absolute carnage.
Okay. So just looking at our feature game now. Get your comments in about the Chelsea-Spurs game. Temps, what are people talking about with this? We spoke about the Kepa incidents. Quite a close game, this, end-to-end.
It is. It's died down a bit now. But, it's still a fantastic game.
On the ball.
MAHD says, can Tottenham realistically compete for the Premier League next season?
Yes.
You think so?
Definitely.
As a fan, how do you feel?
I think we definitely can, looking at our league position in the last few seasons and the fact that we're still, I'd say, mathematically in the title race. I think it's going to take an unbelievable effort for Spurs to win the title this season. I think we'd class it as a top 2, but mathematically we're in it still. I think the issue that Spurs have got is that with the new stadium, that we're going to struggle for the investment. We haven't bought a player in 2 transfer windows. Everyone's talking about how catastrophic for Chelsea it will be if they don't sign a player. Spurs haven't done that for the last 2 transfer
you need to, though.
Windows.
You need to,
and we do need to, but we don't have the money. So Pochettino has done a phenomenal job because we're punching above our weight, even being in 3rd. Really, when you think of the money Chelsea have spent, the money Liverpool have spent, Man City have spent. So I think it will take.
Where is the money, though? If you can spend it all on that stadium,
because a huge outlay. The stadium's cost more than was originally anticipated. It's behind schedule. A huge outlay is going to that stadium. Of course, as well, the wage bill isn't what your wage bill is. So there's that issue. I do think we need to strengthen. I mean, I've always said this with Spurs. When Real Madrid come in for Gareth Bale or Luka Modric, I've never really had a problem with that because I don't think, being honest, we as Tottenham can prevent a player from going to Real Madrid. It's when, like, we sold Van der Vaart to make $2 million, he didn't want to go. It's selling Dembele to China and not replacing him. It's decisions like that I think, you know...
Just getting rid of Dembele, full stop.
Getting rid of Dembele anyway is just an odd one. And, you know, we're so short in that position anyway. You know, got Ollie Skip, who's a fantastically rated player. Everyone at Spurs raves about him, but he's young and it's like he needs time to blend in. Harry Winks had his injury problems. Wanyama's been injured. It's a position we don't have a lot of strength and depth, yet we've sold Dembele and not replaced him. So decisions like that are a little bit strange for me. I think we need to, if we're not going to sign players, at least keep hold of the squad. But it's tough because our starting 11, I think, is as good as anyone else is in the league. I just think there's a massive difference between our bench and Man City.
Do you think if you don't win anything next season, after a year of being in the new stadium, you don't win anything, the likes of Kane, Dele will go, do you know what, laters?
Don't know, tough. I think next season is a huge season for us.
Year, isn't it?
I think it is a huge season. I think actually the stadium delay might have helped us because a lot of players have come out and said, I can't wait to play in the new stadium. So if it's not ready for next season...
We'll wait around for a bit longer.
Just keep delaying it. But
it does look absolutely mint, doesn't it?
Incredible.
I think there's a lot of young players there that want to play for Poch. So if Poch was to go, I think that would change a lot.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. I think...
he's the man.
I think Poch would be the catalyst to others leaving rather than another player. I think he's so important for us going forward.
He's the nicest manager I've met.
Yeah, only. Unbelievable guy, isn't he?
Such a great bloke.
Chelsea in the attacking. Cleared by Spurs, but Chelsea back again. It's pinball in the middle here. We'll come to you in a minute. Will, what happened in one of your games?
Troy Deeney's missed an absolute sitter for Watford. Delafeu's put it into the 6-yard box. He's free, and he should have scored, and
Here's
he didn't.
the replay now.
Look at
Delafeu whips it in.
Oh, it's come at him quite quickly.
Come at him quite quickly, to be fair, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you approach poacher like him, you've got to be doing a little bit better for me there.
Chance for Kane. Oh! Deflection and wide. Goes behind for a corner. Harry Kane back from his injury much earlier than anticipated. Scored on his return against Burnley, but Spurs ended up losing that one 2-1. Bit of, I'd say it's a half chance from that angle. And it goes behind for the corner. 41 minutes gone at Stamford Bridge. Still 0-0 in that game. Come on, you Spurs.
It's been, there must be, I'll tell you what, if they last this tempo for 90 minutes, I'll be surprised. Yeah. It's like watching it's like watching it on +6 on your Sky remote.
Good promotion for Sky.
Oh, yes.
Right, corner for Spurs. Looks like Trippier is over. Short corner.
Oh, that's not good enough.
Ben Davies. Oh, what is that? Not quite sure what that routine...
Chance for Liverpool.
Oh! Liverpool again. Troy Deeney with a chance at one end. Is that Robertson with a chance?
Yeah, it's absolutely fluid football from Liverpool, pinging it around. Lovely ball from Mohamed Salah to Robertson on the edge of the area, and then it was a cross-come shot, but it's flashed past the far post.
OK.
I'm going to put it out there. I think Andy Robertson's the best left-back in the world currently.
Oh!
Wow. World.
Big shout.
He's
class. Not having it, Thames.
In the world.
Put it out there.
It's a big claim.
Put it out there, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what people say.
Thinks Andy Robertson is the best left-back in the world. He is, of course, quality. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But in the world, if there's any that you think are better than him currently, let us know in the comments section. Put it out there, Temps.
Let's do it.
What are people's... I mean, give him a chance to type, I suppose, first. That'd be a very quick reply. I imagine a lot of Liverpool fans probably would agree with you.
I reckon a lot more people would agree with me if he was Brazilian.
Yeah, probably element of that, yeah. Or like Spanish or something like that, yeah.
Just because he's Scottish, they go, nah, he's not.
Yeah, he has had a fantastic season.
That's
an area where Liverpool are very strong. Alexander-Arnold defensively. And, and Robertson.
I don't like
chance for Kane. Oh, Kane's
every time Kane gets the ball outside the box, I absolutely brick it.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
Chance! Oh! That's a big chance! That's a big chance for Tottenham off the bar. Harry Winks as well.
Winks.
What a goal that would have been for the young man. Oh my word, this is a shot. This is reminiscent of Eriksen's strike against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge last season. Absolute humdinger, ping off his right boot, off the crossbar.
Great, yeah, I love Harry Winks.
What a chance that is for Spurs. Spurs getting much back into the game now. Last 5 minutes been all Tottenham, but Chelsea started the brighter end-to-end. Still 0-0. Sissoko whips the ball in.
What's happened to Sissoko, by the way?
Isn't it? He looks like a decent player.
He looks like a great player.
It goes back to what we were saying earlier, that's game time, isn't it? Because he's playing more regularly, he's showing what he can do.
Yeah, but every time I saw him play, like, a couple of seasons, well, last season, I was like, what's happened to the guy who used to play for Newcastle?
Yeah.
Now he's unbelievable. He's like one of your best players now, isn't he?
Yeah, he has, yeah. That's one of our best players all season. Heung-min Son undoubtedly has been our best player of the season.
I love that
all
song you
season.
sing from Here Comes the Sun.
That is the song.
Yeah.
Still 0-0 though. Will, 3 of your games still going on. Man City, no goals from Man City as of yet. How's that game?
They had all
panning
the
out?
chances in the first 10 to 15 minutes, and since then West Ham have kind of not got a foothold in the game, but they've kind of soaked up all the pressure, and there's not been any clear-cut chances since then. But yeah, for the title race,
Heung-min Son's in for Spurs. Chelsea, I'll tell you what, Spurs are getting right back into this game. It's been all Spurs the last 5 minutes. Big chance wins. Tube Spurs getting a lot more into this game.
You're on top.
Let's have a look at Son here.
He's rapid,
Absolutely takes it past Kovacic, a bit like he did against Jorginho in the game at Wembley when Spurs won 3-1. Did you watch that game, Tubes? Thank you, Tubes. And they're just showing replay of Harry Winks' shot. Would have been an absolute screamer. Oh, what a chance that is. Off the crossbar, Chelsea back with possession.
He's a fantastic player.
Will, Man City you were talking about, still 0-0 in that game.
yeah, Liverpool had a chance. Mohamed Salah's final ball could have put Mane through on a hat-trick, but the last ball and the last touch was uncharacteristically not world-class.
Right, run at him.
So is it still 0-0 in the City game?
Yeah, still 0-0.
Still 0-0 in the Man City game, so it's a big night for Liverpool currently because Spurs are drawing, Man City are drawing, Liverpool are winning. So all going Liverpool's way. Temps, have we had any questions about Tubes' comment? Best left-back in the world?
I'm trying to think who would you put better?
Exactly.
What are people saying?
These are what people are saying. Marcelo, Sandro, Kolasinac.
No chance.
Alan. This is the comments we've got here. I'm sorry.
OK, so Marcelo we thought would come up in conversation.
Yeah, he had to, didn't he? But apparently there are a lot of comments for Robertson.
Yeah.
And there's a few stupid ones, like Mendy is in there and Luke Shaw is in there.
Luke, do you know what Luke Shaw I actually do feel sorry for because he's
half-time.
had so many.
Shaw got the assist today.
A lot of. Did he get the assist?
Yeah, amazing run from.
It's half-time at Anfield, so a great first half for Liverpool and everything going their way so far. We can show you the scenes. These are the half-time scenes at Anfield. Great first half for Liverpool. Sadio Mane, man of the moment. 2 goals for him after 9 and 20th minutes. 2 goals for him, 2 goals for Liverpool. Chelsea drawing, Tottenham drawing in that game, and of course Man City drawing. So everything going Liverpool's way in the title race. Big effort for Watford to get back into that game.
I always find it quite funny.
Come on, Arsenal.
When like yourself or someone else goes, and here's the scenes at half-time. It's just people walking up the pitch.
Although sometimes we have had some very big scenes half time. We have had some little scuffs, haven't we?
Yeah, me and you.
Me and Will. These are the scenes at half time in the Etihad. And it's 0-0. It's 0-0 and there are not a lot to talk about. Man City 0, West Ham 0. The half-time whistle has also gone to Stamford Bridge, which is also Chelsea 0, Tottenham 0. So nothing to report. Man City the better team in that game. 3 chances, but no goals so far. What, West Ham, will they be happy with that, Will?
You're very happy. Mitro's through here for Fulham now. It's like the second half. Oh, no. Put it over
the second half, in case you didn't understand what was going on there from Will's mouth, has started. That was one of our 7:45 games. Southampton currently lead Fulham 2-0. Romeo and Ward-Prowse. And that has started. So Fulham with an early chance in that game, Will.
Yeah, it's just a simple long ball tactic. If it's not working, pass it into the back of the net, go long. And Mitro's gone through, but not done very well there at all. He's done well, chested it down, but he's just... Oh, it's terrible.
Poor finish.
Terrible, that is.
That is poor. OK, Chief, let's get your assessment on the first half then. Chelsea, I thought, were much the better team 20th minute, but last 10, Spurs right back into it.
You've just basically summed it up.
Yeah.
For the first half hour, Chelsea.
Chance.
Much better team.
Pick someone out.
Go on.
Finish.
Chance for Arsenal.
Yeah!
Goal for no! Yeah! Goal for Arsenal.
Yes!
There
Koscielny, lovely to play down the right wing.
Now, there was a delayed reaction from you. Explain why the reaction was so delayed.
Because I thought the keeper saved it, but he must have gone over the line because he must have got the thing on his stupid watch or whatever it is to say the ball's gone over. So well done, Koscielny. 2-goal cushion, and I can now relax and hopefully watch Chelsea do you, and hopefully Crystal Palace get an equaliser.
2-goal Koscielny, you could say.
Yeah, it's just lovely.
Yeah, there we go.
That's why you're sat there on your different little seat.
On 2 pillows.
On your special little seat.
Special seat. Any more for best left backs? What were the ones that came in? Marcelo
was one of them. But as I said, like, a lot of people agreeing with Tubes.
OK, there we go.
So there you go.
Let's go back to Social Corner. The first half, we've had half-time in all our games. Some of the games back second half. What are the fans talking about? There must be a lot of happy Liverpool fans in the stream.
Yeah, there's loads. I mean, where are they in the table right now? Are they
They are sitting at the top of the table.
How many
right
points
at
ahead?
the top of the table. So Liverpool are points ahead.
They're a point ahead if they
going
win.
into today's game. They currently lead. Man City currently draw. Spurs
brilliant.
currently draw.
There you go. Our next question is for Tubes. It's from George Priestley, who says, "Are you Sarri in or Sarri out?"
Good question.
It's a good question. The last couple of games, what I've seen, I've enjoyed watching Sarri ball, as he calls it. One thing I don't understand is the Kante-Jorginho thing.
Strange.
Yeah.
I can't see how anyone can sit there and watch a game and go, Kante's a right winger.
Yeah.
That frustrates me immensely. But just to get rid of another manager so soon,
Yeah.
no, not for me. But I think for me, it's a bit too stubborn. Put Kante back where he plays. He's the best in the world. He's won 2 league titles with 2 different teams. He's won the World Cup.
Yeah.
And it's not like he can't pass the ball. He's good on the ball. Put him next to Jorginho. But it just doesn't... He's playing all right tonight.
Yeah.
He's playing all right tonight.
Well.
He played
always
all right
plays
against
well.
Man City. But
Or change the system, playing a 4-2-3-1
But
with
him
Jorginho and
alongside
Kante. They both play together.
Exactly
You've
my
got so
point.
many players that can play in behind an Higuain. Surely that's a better system.
But if he's going to persist on
he's too
playing
stubborn, isn't he?
Jorginho, just put him next to him.
Yeah.
Because we're getting a load of teams running through us. When we played you,
Yeah.
they were just running through us.
Yeah.
So that annoys me. That really annoys me, and I'd like him to give Hudson-Odoi more and Loftus-Cheek.
Quality player.
But no, I don't think he should go.
But that's why that's a good question is...
I think he might walk.
Chelsea
I don't
fans are
think-
so split, aren't they? They're so split on Sarri in, Sarri out. What is the consensus with the majority of Chelsea fans? Are they Sarri in or Sarri out?
I'd say 50-50.
Completely 50-50?
When I was there last home game, there were people singing.
Booing and,
Yeah, I can't say what they were singing.
Yeah.
But it's one of the first times I've heard that.
Yeah.
Like a lot of fans
Yeah.
actually singing
Which
for the
isn't
manager.
great, is it, if you're
it's not great.
supporting
It's not
your
great.
team?
It's not great.
Yeah.
And it must be highly embarrassing
Yeah.
for the man. Like, I don't like that. Stuff like that I don't like.
Yeah.
But I can see their frustrations.
Yeah.
You know, we're getting beaten 6-0.
Yeah.
Bournemouth 4-0.
Yeah.
And Chelsea was spoilt.
Yeah.
You know, every year we're winning there or thereabouts
Yeah,
to win a trophy or a couple. And this year we're getting beat 4, 5, 6. Tottenham.
Yeah.
You walked all over us at Wembley. You know,
And the
so
Bournemouth one's a good point, isn't it? Because everyone talks about the
4-0.
6-0, but 4-0 to Bournemouth was... I mean, no
and that
one
was
saw
all
that.
in the second half.
Yeah.
That was
So
shocking.
it was poor.
Yeah.
So I can see where they're coming from. But who's going to join Chelsea if we keep just...
Yeah, it's a good point. Who do you get if Sarri does what? You think he might walk, do you?
Especially,
Well, he nearly
especially if they
walked-
have got the transfer ban as well. Like, who
Yeah.
going to give him? It's like-
He nearly walks on Sunday. I think if he walked down that tunnel
Yeah.
on Sunday, he might have just walked all the way to Italy.
Just walked there.
just gone.
Yeah.
But eventually I'd like to see Frank. at
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Lampard.
Frank
yeah.
and Jody.
With Jody, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see that, and I think that will happen in the next couple of seasons.
Do you think that'll happen
I think
in the
so.
next 2-3 years?
I think so, yeah.
So
I think Frank Lampard will be the next Chelsea manager.
do you think Maurizio Sarri will be manager of Chelsea Football Club next season?
No.
You don't?
No.
And if he goes, Lampard for you and Jody Morris, that team is your number one who you want to get in above
I think if
anyone
that
else?
transfer ban stays,
Yeah.
they are the perfect two to come in
That's a good point.
and look after Chelsea.
Yeah.
Keep your Hudson-Odois, Loftus-Cheek. Jody knows them all from
Yeah,
under
yeah,
21s. And I think just rebuild that football club.
And they're two people you know very well, of course, Frank and Jody. You speak very highly of both of them, don't you?
No, great guys. I love them. For what they've done for Chelsea,
Yeah.
and they're just nice people.
Yeah.
I'm not best mates with them.
No, but I'm saying you know them better than a lot of Chelsea fans do, so you have an insight,
Yeah.
you speak to them.
Yeah.
So,
they're both passionate about Chelsea
Yeah.
Football Club, and their knowledge of football is unbelievable.
and you make a good point there. Jody Morris won everything at youth team level with all of these players that we talk about.
Yeah.
The frustrations that a lot of Chelsea fans have is that none of them get a chance in the first team. He's been there, seen it and done it with all of these
Yeah.
youth team players. So surely he's very well placed.
Well,
to
they've
judge
got
him.
Tomori, haven't they?
Yeah.
At Derby.
Mason Mount as well.
Mason, of course, yeah. All these players will have to come back
Yeah.
if this transfer ban sticks. And I honestly think Frank and Jody were the perfect. Just change the whole mentality. Because Eden will go. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
I'll be gutted if he does.
Yeah.
But I think he said it's my dream to play for Real Madrid. He said that from a young
Yeah.
age. He said it when he joined Chelsea.
Yeah, he's been quoted saying that
Yeah,
as well. hasn't he?
and you can't argue with that. If your dream was to present this, isn't it?
One of the dreams, yeah.
No, but if you say, if you
Slightly different.
he said it. So it's not like he said it the last couple of years.
Yeah,
He's been
yeah,
quoted
yeah.
as a young boy saying it, and I think this will be the last time he can go because he's what 28 now.
Yeah. Interesting.
So
to
I
see.
think he'll go, but you know, eventually I'd like to see Frank and Jody come.
Watch this space. Tubes. Frank Lampard, Jody Morris, next manager of Chelsea, potentially. Could see it happen, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Could see it happen. Will, back to you. Some of our games have paused slightly for half-time, some of them back starting. Fulham, Southampton, big game at the bottom of the table. How's the second half going for that?
Fulham slightly coming back into it, but yeah, it's all Southampton still. Ward-Prowse having an absolutely fantastic game.
Good player, isn't he?
Been off the boil for a little bit, but yeah, since the new manager's come in, he seems to have got a new lease of life, and he's playing very, very well. So the next goal was very crucial in that game. Corner for Fulham, whipped in by Joe Bryan, and headed away and out for a goal kick.
Yeah, good technically, isn't he? Very good technically.
Yeah, good on the ball. Yeah, some of those
whipping the
corners
ball
that have come in. Rico's been all over the place for Fulham. So yeah, hopefully, maybe future England player.
Yes, our other 7:45 is, of course, Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Dave, that's why we've lost you there in the conversation because you were engrossed in the chat. Chance for Arsenal now.
Aubameyang down the right wing, picks someone out. Oh, he's in the post.
Was that Mesut Ozil?
I think it was.
Wow.
He's been fantastic tonight.
Man of the match for you so far? He's been everything.
He's been brilliant. And the thing is, he wants the ball, which is one of the big kind of criticisms he gets in some of the big games. It's like he's supposed to be our number 10, everything's supposed to go through him. But in order to do that, you've got to want the ball. And today, he's wanted the ball. He's given it when he's out. He's been fantastic tonight, Mesut. So can't compliment him enough.
OK, while there's a little pause in that some of the games at half-time, time now for quiz time on the Football Social.
Yes.
Everyone loves a bit of quiz time, particularly Will Brazier. Right, Romelu Lukaku scored tonight, of course, as a topical quiz because he's just scored. He is now level with Emil Heskey on 110 Premier League career goals. Quite simple, this, so you'll probably get it quite soon. Can you name the 3 current Premier League players who have also scored over 100 goals in the competition? Peter Crouch is one.
Chance, finish. Oh,
the other 2 players in the 100 club currently playing.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is the other.
Still playing in the Premier League.
Yes, Peter Crouch currently playing in the Premier League.
Harry Kane.
Defoe? No. Not Defoe.
Yeah, he's at Rangers.
Sadio Mane.
Oh, still in the Premier League.
Not Sadio Mane.
Sanchez?
No, not Sanchez. So Romelu Lukaku now level with Heskey on 110 Premier League goals career-wise. Can you name 3 current Premier League players who have also scored over 100 goals in the competition? Kane is one, Crouch is the other. Who is the third?
Aguero.
It is Aguero! How did you not get that?
What a pub quiz team would be.
Crouch 108, Kane 123, Aguero 160. Unbelievable how long that took. And Crouch is the one you think you might not get, was got straight away. That is the beauty of quiz time on the Football Social.
That's fantastic.
It was not as hard as the one we did on the weekend.
What was that
Is
one?
quiz time just one question?
No, it depends what it is. Like on the weekend, it was England players who scored in their debut because Darius Fowler scored in his England debut. And there were some rogue ones there, Tubes. People like
Stephen Corker.
Francis Jeffers only had 1 cap, but he only scored 1 goal.
David Nugent.
David Nugent. Yeah, he
there was
stole
a
a goal,
lot
really.
A lot of ones. Andros Townsend was another, but that was that took us a while. So we'll give you another quiz time.
We needed a long
coming
quiz
up later on. Our
weekend.
man Brad behind the scenes will give us another quiz time. Whilst we're waiting, Temps, back to social. What are people talking about?
Yes.
We've had tag teams. We've had best left backs.
We've had a lot going on.
We've had a lot
today,
going on.
We have had a lot
There must be
going on.
some other football questions.
That's the best question we've had.
We always get a lot of Liverpool fans on the stream. I imagine they're all absolutely buzzing. At this
Oh, crossbar.
Oh, crossbar, Bournemouth. Pause there when you find some questions. Dave, Bournemouth again.
Well, how have we let him have that much space? Just run through our own midfield. Then he's just had a dig. And
This is the replay. Here we go.
you know, who's going to him? We've got 3 centre halves.
Oh, similar to Winks' effort, off the bar.
It's just not great. It's like, you know, extremely good strike, but you know, the keeper's getting. Well, I didn't want to say it was at the crossbar, but yeah, not great. But we've got the 2-goal cushion, which makes me feel a bit more comfortable.
OK, so yeah, still the 2-goal cushion in that game. 0-0 at the Bridge at half-time.
Arsenal making a sub.
OK, sub. Who's coming on?
Krasniak, however you pronounce his name, is coming on for Alex Iwobi, which will be nice. Kolasinac, whatever.
Not Koscielny.
No.
Just merge them together.
See, like the Bosnian international.
Yes.
Plays on the left wing.
And who's coming on?
Alex Iwobi, which I'm really happy about. Get some width. He's been playing well.
You are a big
recently.
fan of Alex
Yeah,
Iwobi,
I like Alex Iwobi.
He's direct. I like him.
Yeah.
I think he's a good player.
He's someone we have to have a bit of patience with, but I think you can see he's going to have a decent career in him. So.
Yeah. OK, so 0-0 still in our feature game. Chelsea, Spurs. Pochettino, interestingly, has won 4 Premier League games against Chelsea's Tottenham boss, which is more than every other Spurs manager combined in the competition. Martin Jol, should I say, with 1. Harry Redknapp with 2. Chelsea haven't lost both league games against Spurs in a single campaign since 1970-71.
God, you're reading off the stats here.
Yeah, reading off the stats.
Absolute
so pause from the stats though. While we go to social corner, Thames.
Yes. Next question is from Sachan, who says Manchester United basically confirmed Ollie as a manager. I don't know if you guys saw the story today. Apparently, he moved out of the hotel that he's been staying in.
Ooh,
So that could be him confirming.
He might have just been checking out the game.
But is this a leak? And if it is, do you think it's the right appointment as?
Do you know where he's moved to in Manchester?
I think it might have brought that.
Will's neck of the woods, of course.
Surely he's still got a place.
If you get down to Orchard,
If he's moved out of the hotel, that says something.
Tubes, he's...
Oh, what a ball that is!
Great ball.
Aubameyang, take time!
Oh, that's class.
Oh, what a pass this is through the middle. This is lovely.
This is a great goal.
This is 4-1. I told you I was confident before the game, didn't I, Smith?
You did. Tell us what happened then, Dave.
Well, lovely ball played for the middle. I don't know who it was that went to us to replay, but Aubameyang, he's got so much time to think about as well, which sometimes can kind of work against you.
Yeah.
But he took his time. He's had composure. Taking it around the keeper to the right, and who is it? His pass to
Mickey.
Lovely pass to the outside of his boot. Yeah, he's taking the
ball
ball to the right, and he's slotted the ball home. Fantastic
And
finish.
also the pace at which he's running to take it around the keeper there.
Not the best defender, to be honest, but well done, Arsenal.
Great
4-1.
finish.
Lovely finish, that.
Yes.
I love that.
Good finish. Yeah, Mkhitaryan again, Dave.
He's another. It's like another assist. I've not really been his biggest fan since he's kind of come to Arsenal, but you can't argue with the way he's playing at the moment. So well done.
Emphatic from Arsenal there. Sorry, Temps.
That's fine.
Keep getting interrupted by goals. Hopefully, there's no more in the next minute.
Should Ollie be the Man United manager?
Yeah, Ollie's going to solve
Well, is it the right appointment?
Yes, he should, because
Yeah,
what
I
he's
agree.
done to that football club and the players in it is remarkable. And I know that the players absolutely love him.
You were with Marcus Rashford last week, were you?
Yeah.
Week before last?
Yeah.
And you spoke about Ollie. What is the vibe at Man United?
They love him. He's brought all the Manchester United spirit into it, and the fun's back, and they're all working for him. And I think he will get it.
Yeah,
I asked Marcus during the interview.
Yeah.
Cheekily, and he just basically, you could just tell he just wanted to go, yes,
Really?
give it to him.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And also, what's Ollie got to do more to get that job? I mean, if you're his agent, he'd say...
The season's not finished
Not
yet.
finished yet, no.
They
But
could lose every game from now on.
yeah, but the way that they're going
won't.
now, they're winning again tonight. He's got to say, what more can I do to
But
get
the way
the
they're
job?
playing,
Yeah. Completely different, isn't it?
it's
Completely
unbelievable. And they're playing differently. When they beat you at Wembley,
yeah.
the way they set up for that game,
Yeah.
and the counter-attack, and then the following week, it's a different formation, a different way of playing. He has to get the job. It's be good for you, because if not,
it will be
Poch
great for
goes.
us.
I think the thing I like about it, he never moans. Like even like today, he's got so many injuries. He's come up, but he said, but I've got a squad of 25 players, so I'm gonna.
And he's got the best accent.
Chance for
hasn't he?
Chelsea! Oh!
And how good's his accent? Manchester stroke Norwegian.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
He still looks amazing for his age, doesn't he, as well?
Does.
Baby
He looks
face.
like he's about 15.
OK, we all think he should get the job then. I think we can agree on that.
What do Man United fans think?
Do you think he will get the job? Yeah.
Let's ask him.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
United fans, get involved in the stream.
Yeah,
do you want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as your next permanent manager?
If not, who?
If not, who? Yeah, exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth, Polar.
Took the words right out of your mouth.
Second half is underway. All of our second halves are underway now. Price boost on your screen with Sky Bet.
it's got to be worth a tenner, innit?
Now, this is in 90 minutes, and any time was 4-1. That is now 9-2. Price boost with Sky Bet.
And it could be now. And it could be now.
Full terms and conditions apply.
Oh, that's
Chelsea on the
terrible
attack.
touch.
Guns
Higuain, the man on the ball now. Price boost on your screen. What he scored? No, he kicks it out. It's for a corner.
What is that? Forget that prize boost.
Yeah. Yeah. As it disappeared, just as you did that. There we go. Disappointing for Chelsea. Good for Spurs.
That's
A
poor.
little bit of what's going on in the Fulham-Southampton game?
Still kicking off.
Crying over spilt milk. But in this Sellers Park, Pogba took a chance off Lukaku's head and he put the ball over the bar. It should have been 2-0 to Manchester United. He was in the 6-yard box and he's headed it over the bar. We're all having laughs and jokes about it. It's all fine until someone gets hurt.
So all of our games back underway. Remind you of the scores. Arsenal emphatically beating Bournemouth 4-1. They have an amazing record at home against Bournemouth. That is continuing tonight. Goals from Mesut Ozil, Mkhitaryan, Koscielny and Aubameyang. Lys Music with the only goal for Bournemouth. Southampton currently lead Fulham 2-0 thanks to Oriol Romeo and James Ward-Prowse. Chelsea 0, Tottenham 0 in the game. Feature game for us at Stamford Bridge. No goals yet. Palace trail Man United 1-0 thanks to that goal from Romelu Lukaku on the 33rd minute mark. Sadio Mane, man on form at the minute. Both goals at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Watford 0. And it is Man City 0, West Ham 0. A bit slightly concerning time. Not worrying, but concerning for City, Will, with Liverpool winning so comfortably.
Yeah, they've started strongly in the second half. They've got a corner now. De Bruyne is standing over it. Whips it in and headed away.
Come on.
Yeah, obviously Liverpool putting the pressure on.
Wow.
And they're in again. Oh, is that Mohamed Salah coming in late? It's all Liverpool in that game.
Another chance for Arsenal, Dave.
Yes, nice play by Mesut Ozil again. He's cut the ball along across the 6-yard box for Iwobi. It was a very difficult chance, but he's kind of got his shows way, and I believe it's gone for a corner. And no, it hasn't. It's gone for a goal kick.
Okay.
But Arsenal playing well.
Arsenal playing very well this second half. Temps, let's go back to you. Let's get some more questions for the sofa.
Just following up from what we were saying about Ollie, everyone's saying Ollie, and a few are obviously going to say Poch, because he's always the
so consensus is... And a lot of Man United fans want Ollie, do they?
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure if they're all United fans, but most of the comments are saying Ollie for Manchester United manager.
Which you can understand as well, because they every away game... Ollie's at the wheel. United fans are just singing his name.
Yeah. Plus, he loves Man United.
Yeah,
he loves Man United.
Yeah,
and he loves Stone Roses as well, which helps.
Have you heard their new song, United Fans to Walk?
Ollie's at the wheel.
Yeah, it's
brilliant.
They sung it like at Chelsea the other week. They sung it for 90 minutes.
Yeah. Chance. Oh no. Yeah, cagey in the feature game so far. Chelsea Spurs. There's not been loads of clear-cut chances. Chelsea hitting the post in the first half. Spurs hitting the bar. Started. Not a lot to big moan from Will. Will, what's going on in your game?
West Ham nearly scored at the Etihad. A ball came across to Andy Carroll and he scooped. I think Edison's got a hand to it and he's kept it at 0-0. But an absolutely huge chance of West Ham. And what a shot that would have been there. Ball's come across the box. Andy Carroll didn't expect to get it. He's onside. That's a great save from Edison.
Save that is.
He's had nothing to do all game, but he's kept alive and he's kept it at 0-0.
He's got to do better, hasn't he, Andy Carroll?
Bit of rustiness, isn't it, slipping through for that?
Corner, and it's Agüero right back in, clearing the danger.
That's the thing, while it's 0-0, it could go in it. We still want Christian...
Go on! It's all Arsenal, Dave.
Arsenal made a substitution. Yeah, Mkhitaryan's come off for Lacazette. It's weird. It's like Arsenal players actually want the football. It was fantastic.
Thoughts on that sub?
It was decent. Mkhitaryan has got his goal, he's got his assist. Maybe just trying to rest him for Saturday now.
Yeah. Bournemouth not only have a bad record against Arsenal, but terrible record on the road in the Premier League this season. Haven't lost 9 consecutive away league matches since losing 12 in a row between December 1933 and 34. They've currently lost 8 in a row. Lost each of their last 8 away Premier League games, conceding at least 2 each time. So dreadful on the road so far in recent weeks. And it looks like they are going to... well, barring a miracle, lose another game.
Nasty.
Strong challenge in the Spurs-Chelsea game.
That is nasty.
What's the ref done here, Tubes?
Absolutely nothing.
Has he let you play on, or has he just not done anything
I
yet?
don't think he's given it.
Well, we'll give you an update on what happened here. Is it David Luiz that's down?
I think it was Lamella.
Is it Lamella on Luiz?
David Luiz.
Yeah. OK, ball's out of play.
But he's up. So
Luiz is he's fine, though, which is good.
So nothing.
We'll give you, as soon as you see a replay, we'll give you an update. Big goal!
Put him down for 2, Smithy. Lukaku has got another at Selhurst Park. It's a great finish. His leg's gone higher than my nose. It's gone right up in the air and he's volleyed it in. Corner came around and he's tucked it away. 2-0, Man United at Selhurst Park.
We're talking about Man United, talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They keep winning. Lukaku keeps scoring, Will. Surely they give the job to Ole now.
He's on. He's on for a perfect hat-trick, Lukaku. He scored the first one with his right. He's just banged one in with his left, and he is good with his head. So he might see it. It's a great fit.
Here you go. Here's the replay.
Palace defender saying there's a little nudge in the back, but you've got to be stronger there. And yeah, it's a great finish.
No, come on. It's the final
Not a nudge in the back to you. No,
not in there. You've got, especially as a centre back, he's hoisted it over the keeper, and it's 2-0 to Man United.
Ooh, OK. So Man United doing very well.
You must be buzzing as a Spurs fan about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yes, I am. A very good point.
Oh, they're all together in the technical area. Phelan, Solskjaer, McKenna, Carrick, all embracing. It's lovely to see.
Yes, I'm absolutely buzzing with it.
Were you scared?
It's huge for Spurs, I think, because I think they'll offer Solskjaer the job. As we said, I don't know what more he's got to do to be offered it, and I think Poch will stay. I don't know what other. I think Poch wants to stay as well. I do genuinely believe that he's building something. He likes the project. He wants. The amount of times he's been quoted saying, "I will definitely lead Spurs into the new stadium." What I'd do if I was building the stadium is because he said that so many times. I'll definitely lead Spurs into the new stadium. Is just delay it till next season, then he has to stay for the next season.
if you were Spurs and Daniel Levy, why don't you just call it the Pochettino Stadium?
Good, really good.
Yeah. There you go. There's
Yeah,
another.
Embarrassing when he leaves, though, isn't it? A bit embarrassing when he leaves.
Sam Allardyce, just change the name.
But surely, if he has no money again in the summer...
Yeah, I mean...
See, do you know what? I actually think that is more valid than if we win a trophy. I think whether Pochettino stays or not will be governed more by how much he's backed in the transfer window than if we win a trophy. Because I think if we win a trophy, it's partly down to him, because he's the manager of the football club, whereas...
He's onside! He's onside!
Chance for Chelsea!
No, he's not onside.
It's a goal for Chelsea! Higuain has the ball in the back of the net, and it's been flagged. Well done, linesman. I haven't seen if it's on or offside, but I can tell you it's a fantastic decision. He's clearly offside, Tubes.
He is as well.
Come on, mate, that's definitely offside.
Yeah. I'm not complaining about that.
Nice little finish, though, wasn't it?
A lovely little dink.
Speaking of dinks, Hazard's penalty.
Liberty. Absolutely.
If you're the goalie, how do you react to that, by the way?
I mean...
Also, that's a penalty that you have to score.
The balls you've got to do that.
Oh,
Mate, if
you mean, yeah.
If you just stood there and just went,
Yeah.
you'd look like a right egg, wouldn't you? It's unbelievable.
He's someone that steps up, you know he's going to score.
Yeah.
And it's for a penalty that he has to score.
Yeah.
So not to win it, to keep you in it.
Mate, the guy's a joke.
Yeah, great penalty from Sterling as well to win it. Good to see.
How many times
Oh,
did you remind me that we
speaking
lost the cup final?
Sorry, I wasn't. I was just saying nice to read
Speaking of Sterling, Smithy, literally coming on cue. He's coming off a Riyad Mahrez.
Right, Riyad Mahrez had very little game time. Manchester City's record transfer of all time. Complain about lack of game time. He has been subbed. Yeah. How's Mahrez been playing? Should he feel agreed to that substitution, or does this make sense given that they need a goal and Sterling's on such form?
Yeah, he played a bit ranked, to be honest. He should have done a lot better with his chances, and he always seems to just do too much with the ball. Like, he's always got to do that one more
I think he's
cutback.
trying to impress, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing too much. It's like a first date. He's gone big. He's took her to like an Ivy, a premium restaurant, when really should be going in at the middle ground. Sort of Weatherspoon's 2-for-1 job.
Weatherspoon's middle ground.
Other restaurants,
How is that not
your
a foul?
Valentines do apply.
This referee's fair enough, he's letting the game go, but it's just getting beyond a joke.
Still 0-0 in the Spurs game, 54 odd minutes gone. Chelsea had the ball in the back of the net, but clearly offside. Not a lot else to talk about in the second half. Eriksen currently on the ball.
Was Mahrez a good signing for City?
Their record signing of all time.
I think it's
Doesn't
meant
play
to
a
Good
lot of
for
minutes.
him. Was it a good move for him?
It's a good...
Because he loves Sterling, and Sane is the nuts.
They've got so many options going forward, haven't they?
Yeah, it wouldn't make a difference whether he was there or not. I think that's a problem.
I thought it was fun.
I mean, as good as he is, he doesn't start in Man City's starting 11 when everyone's fit.
They don't need him. He was like the Sanchez. It was Sanchez for United. He was just available, so they just went for him.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is mental. They spent £50 million on a substitute.
More than that.
And the thing is, they knew who'd be. They knew he was not going to be starting lineup regardless.
Yeah.
It's just.
Yeah.
So
It
just
goes
like
to
on
show
a
much
different
money they
levels,
have,
isn't it?
doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just different levels.
which segues to my next question.
Go on,
Taylor Lewis.
Love a segue.
Who is the best super sub in the Premier League?
The best super sub.
Kind of Solskjaer.
Off the line!
From him.
Olivier Giroud at Arsenal had a great record off the bench.
What about
Great.
currently in the Premier League?
Who's what?
This season?
Temps?
Who's the best super sub this season?
This
Not like
season?
of all time, just currently.
Best super sub this season.
Just like I said, scored a lot of goals off the bench.
Yeah.
Like, he's not, especially in the early days of the season, he wasn't really starting. So he'd always come on and do something.
I tell you, a great option off the bench is Shaqiri for Liverpool. What a sub that
I
is.
think
what a
he's
player.
the bargain of the
Sub.
chapter.
I think he's the bargain. Yeah,
The amount of money they spent, we've all literally about to say the same thing. Bargain of the season. Sub-tubes in the Chelsea game. Is that Willian coming on? Willian coming on. Who do you think
tell you
that'll
what
be
he'll
for?
do. He'll bring on William for Pedro, like he does at most 60th minutes.
Yeah, he has a couple of subs that seems to do all the time.
Yeah, it's like Groundhog Day. And you've got Hudson-Odoi on the bench. Just, that's the thing.
Oh, chance for Chelsea. Pedro. Oh!
Get in there!
You said you were going to sub him. You just said you were going to sub him.
He's going to get subbed anyway, but yes! Come on!
You just said
Rodriguez.
you just said you're going to sub him, and then he scores the goal.
Pedro, well, now I'm gonna sub him.
Unbelievable.
Pedro Rodriguez.
Stop touching me. Get off me. Who booked him? I did.
I love this.
Oh, get off. So it is 1-0 in case you haven't figured it out. Sarri actually having words on the bench. It looks like it might have been Willian for Pedro. Whether that'll still happen now.
Kepa was trying to come on.
Devastating goal for Spurs to concede.
Tone, can we get that
It's
Spurs
clearly
shirt?
offside.
Get that Chelsea shirt.
I think you should wear it now.
Got a Chelsea
Pedro.
shirt. Yeah?
And it's, through Lloris's legs, I think.
Through the legs, Smith. Oh.
Pedro cuts in, and it goes through Lloris's legs. Unfortunate goal. Hits the inside of Lloris's leg and ricochets into the back of the net. Good skill from Pedro.
Because you've given me the draw as well, haven't you?
I've not given you the draw under any circumstance. I don't know why anyone would give anyone the draw in any bet ever. That's enough from the Chelsea game. Will, what's happening in the other game?
Chelsea!
Not a lot, Smith. Back to you.
Brilliant.
Chelsea!
Chelsea won the night. Chelsea fans on the stream, any more that want to wind me up? We'll take your questions. Tubes is very confident.
Back to you, mate, I think.
Sorry, Smith. On a serious note, though, Crystal Palace going very close. Zaha working down the left-hand side, and it's a great save at his near post by David De Gea. Yeah.
Get on him. Here we go. Here we go. Attack.
Another chance for Chelsea. This is
penalty?
all going wrong for Tottenham at the
Go on.
minute.
Phil, was that a penalty? Penalty! It's Man City.
Oh, big moment
City.
in the City game.
Penalty.
Which way is it to?
Man City, penalty. Aguero stepping over it. Fabianski playing mind games, but this could be a huge goal in the title race. Aguero
Get up.
steps up, scores! Cool, calm as you like.
Spurs with a chance, narrowly wide. Ericsson, we're getting back into this. Come on, you Spurs.
You're not getting back into it. You've had a shot.
Down.
You had a shot.
Big goal in the title race. Will Brazier, and Aguero goes the same way he went in the Carabao Cup final.
So composed, and there was a lot riding on this. Pep's rung the changes. Bernardo Silva's come on for Leroy Sané as well.
No, he's...
But his main man, wow.
What are we doing?
Sorry, over to you.
Substitution in the Chelsea game that Tubes is not a fan of. Peter Dale, what's going on?
He's taken off Eden Hazard.
Strange, with 30 to go.
Can we get a zoom in on Tubes' face,
wow.
please? Because his face speaks 1,000 words. Tubes, the substitution is what, my friend?
It's William for Eden Hazard.
And you're not a fan of that?
Look at the size of my forehead, by the way.
That wasn't the reason for the zoom.
Get the zoom off.
You're not happy with that sub, Tubes?
No, that's rubbish.
Is he looking at the fact that you're playing the weekend as well, and you played 120 minutes on Sunday? Is that a factor? I mean, why else would you take Eden Hazard off? He's not got a knock.
Yeah, but that applies to all the players, though, Smith.
Yeah.
And Eden Hazard's the best one, surely.
No,
There's something strange about that.
Without doubt, he's the best one.
Yeah.
And you need him on against Tottenham. I think he was going to do the Pedro William. Pedro scored, and he's gone.
I'll do it.
Eden.
Hazard.
No, that's wrong. But I don't know because there's no sound here. He might be injured.
Yeah.
Didn't look like he was, but.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out. If there is an injury, we'll let you know. But it didn't look like he was injured, so Hazard is off.
That's
Willian
weird.
on as Cancelo with the ball down the right wing.
The penalty City got was so weak. Bernardo Silva's gone down at the minimal of touch, and the referee's given it as well.
Not a pen for you, Will. Tough one.
Yeah, you've seen them give them.
Do you know what I was just about to say?
Go on.
If you don't know if there's a penalty or not, what do pundits just say? Just say, I've seen them given.
Yeah.
Get out of it. And you said, I've seen them
I've
given.
seen them given, yeah. I've got a book of cliches, right? This laptop's just got cliches in front of me. Not Gale.
Game of two halves, how Fulham getting on?
Oh! Palace off the bar. Absolutely looping header there from Jeffrey Schlupp again. Loves a head today. I don't know where he's got this from. And David De Gea's gone down. Oh, he's in immense pain. Could be a tear or two there trickling down his cheek.
So Man United 2-0 up. They seem quite comfortable. But every time we come to you, you're saying Palace have had chances. So they're still in this game, Will.
Yeah, it looks quite serious for De Gea here, actually. And you know how important he is for Manchester United. It was a very innocuous... it was a chance for Crystal Palace, and it's hit the bar and gone out.
Oh, he's kind of with the post,
Fine,
isn't it?
Smashed into the post.
Yeah.
So David De Gea is down receiving treatment.
He's just trying to take the sting out, isn't he?
David De Gea out for the rest of the season.
We don't know that for definite. We'll stay with you because there are a lot of United fans that won't enjoy hearing that. Because he is absolutely vital for them. Yellow card in your game.
Oh, I think he's...
Yes,
Daniels.
Aubameyang has come on for Denis Suarez, who I still don't know why he signed. He doesn't look anything. He doesn't look any good whatsoever. But
Really?
yeah,
Oh!
I don't really see anything in him.
Fulham off the bar, Ryan Babel.
Very similar to what we've already got. I don't really.
Ryan Babel, big chance, Will.
Yeah, great
bar.
time to score. What time are we on there? So they're 75. Yeah, it'd have been a good last 10 minutes there. Fulham would have scored, but Ryan Babel off the bar. They just can't have any luck, Smith.
No luck. It's not going Fulham's way at all.
David
Ryan
De
Bubble
Gea
off the
back
bar.
up.
Fulham's Ryan Bubble scored his first Premier League goal for 3,000 days in their 3-1 defeat at West Ham. The first time he scored in the division and failed to win that match. But he's just had his shot off the bar. They still trail. Big few minutes. I don't know what Will's doing. He's just getting a closer look at this incident, Will.
I don't know. It's like...
Well,
Well,
maybe
the
it's
Gea
muscular.
incident is
Maybe
very
it's
strange. We
muscular.
can't
That's
work
good.
out if he's just having a bit of time. He's
just
caught his
landed
foot
on
in the
his leg.
net of the goal. It looks like he's playing on.
So it is his leg,
We'll
isn't
keep you updated with that. Spurs, cleared. Come on, you Spurs.
Chance for Arsenal, free kick. Lacazette over it.
Oh, what a goal, Big goal, Lacazette, Arsenal running riot.
Get
Dave
him,
Jackson.
5-1. Yes, it was a free kick. That one I was talking about. Torreira was brought down. Lacazette over it. March on to Wembley on Saturday.
Yeah, big
Can't
win
wait.
for Arsenal. The North London derby, of course, Saturday. Tottenham versus Arsenal at Wembley Stadium. Going great for Arsenal, not so good for Spurs at the minute. Just having shots of Mauricio Pochettino and Jesus Perez. Look at the bench. Got to start thinking of more now for me in a game like this. Struggling, not a lot of pace. Got to
that's
start
weak.
thinking of Lucas Moura, I think.
It's not even in the corner.
It's-
I'm still thinking why he's taking Eden Hazard off.
You're not happy, are you?
No.
He doesn't usually, does he? Strange
Never,
for you or something.
never
No.
takes him off. That's a weird thing to do in a game like this.
Oh, what's it
Well,
say?
Ericsson.
Off the line! Oh!
Penalty!
What a tackle that is.
Tackle.
Good tackle.
Oh, see ya.
You say that, but since he's taken
Pedro's
Hazard
on
off,
fire.
Pedro's been unbelievable.
What a tackle that is, by
And
the
he
way.
scored a goal. That was an unbelievable challenge from Pedro.
Just don't change it.
Followed by a Cruyff turn and then a
keeper's not
clearance.
that
Will,
was a great tackle.
big chance
That
for
was a
Tottenham
great
there.
tackle.
Ericsson holding on to the ball slightly too long. He's lethal in that area when he cuts inside and hits them usually low and hard, but he didn't. Pedro makes the challenge. Spurs clear the danger. It is a goal kick for Tottenham. Big chance for Tottenham that. Here it is
That's
again.
a great
Ericsson just
tackle.
holds on to it slightly too late.
Do you know what? Pedro works so hard.
His feet are incredible. Look at his
unbelievable.
feet. Will, let's go back to you. Man United Palace seems to be an interesting one. Clear up what happened with David De Gea.
Yeah, De Gea's back. He took the goal kick, so if it was a muscular injury, it appears to be fine. The medical staff have assessed him, but City should be 2-0 up. Ping pong, ball's cleared off the line by Ryan Fredericks, and it's still 1-0. And Andy Carroll, of course, had that golden chance.
Big chance at 0-0.
So yeah, it's still all to play for.
So both City and Liverpool winning in the title race. Big game for Mkhitaryan as well, Dave. Henrik Mkhitaryan is the first player to both score and assist a goal in consecutive Premier League appearances. So a goal and assist, 2 games in a row, since February 2015. Can you guess the player who did it last?
Mesut Ozil.
No.
Oh, no.
Go!
Oh, come on! I don't like what...
Goal for Liverpool!
Another goal for Liverpool, Will Brazier.
Divock Origi has made it 3-0, and it's a low drive from outside the goal for Palace. Game over!
Let's have it, Palace!
Hang on a second, let me tell you about the
Does not
Liverpool.
like our Man United.
Divock Origi, low drive from outside the area. Ben Foster unsighted, but the Owl is absolutely ecstatic. The Owl being Roy Hodgson, and Joel Ward has scored for Crystal Palace. Worked from the right-hand side from Zaha, played across the area, and then where does it come out? Who's having a shot here? One of your lads? Oh, no, it's come back out and it's worked in Jeffrey Schlupp. And free header at the back post. The right back has stayed up, left back to right back.
Great
Thank
ball,
you very
good
much.
header.
And then
Bang.
right back in it.
Right back in, and the goal for Liverpool as well. Big goal for Liverpool, very comfortable in that one.
Divock Origi, I was a bit surprised that he was starting over Daniel Sturridge, but he's worked the ball really well there. And yeah, 3-0 to Liverpool. Game over. It's gone at the near post for Ben Foster, who has been exceptional all season. But 3-0 to them and 2-1 in the Palace game.
Yeah, game over you would expect at Anfield as Liverpool go marching on in the title race. So, Dave, last player to do that. Goal assist.
Is it Harry Kane or something?
No, he's never... No, it's an Arsenal player.
Oh, I mean, what? For
Henrik
Arsenal?
Mkhitaryan, the first player to both score and assist a goal
Aaron
in
Ramsey.
consecutive Premier League appearances
Since when?
for Arsenal since February 2015. Who was the player?
Alexis Sanchez.
No. Very good player, but with both feet.
Santi Cazorla.
Yes,
Oh, the man.
Santi Cazorla. Good to see
So
him.
good to see
Good
him
to see
doing
him
well,
back
mate.
as well, yeah. Corner for Tottenham, big chance. Come on, Spurs!
How long's left?
We are in the 66th minute of the
Oh,
Chelsea
plenty of
Spurs
time.
game. 1-0.
Chance for City.
Chance for City. Agüero. Oh, big save there.
He's so good, isn't he? Agüero.
Agüero looking...
I'm not sure about his
lively.
Barnet, though.
Corner
Great, isn't it?
Not great.
It's great, isn't it?
It's not great. Watching it with you is you are a nightmare to watch football.
Mate,
with.
I've been
Do we like have a shirt ready?
Yeah, Tone, you got the Chelsea shirt.
It's not here. It's not here.
Thank you,
Oh,
Tone.
no, that one.
Object. It's not here.
Okay, thank you, Tone.
Right, we need to sort that out.
Tony's just looking at him, brilliant. What a man.
Tone, there'll be one in the soccer AM cupboard.
There'll definitely one in the cupboard.
Yeah.
On that note, social corner, Thames, what have you got for us? It's moving on. Chat on.
Tone, you get my bag
I
out as well.
don't know if the cupboard will be open though.
Tone, can I have a cup of tea, please, Tone?
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
Anybody else want to take?
Chelsea shirt.
Tone, you get my
Oh,
bag
yeah.
out though. It's been in there for 2 weeks.
I love one.
That's not a joke.
It's not a joke, Will Fraser. What a man. So let's remind you of the scores.
That'd have been a
Remind you of the
great
scores on the doors. Arsenal 5-1 up at Bournemouth. Goals from Ozil, Mkhitaryan, Koscielny, Aubameyang, Lacazette. Everyone chipping in with the goals for Arsenal. Least Mousset with consolation, it looks like, for Bournemouth. Southampton is still 2-0 up against Fulham. Both goals in the first half, courtesy of Oriol Romeo and James Ward-Prowse. Chelsea 1, Tottenham 0. Crystal Palace 1, Man United 2. Lukaku with both. They were cruising until Joel Ward with that bullet header, giving Palace a slimmer of hope. And it's Liverpool 3, Watford 0. Sadio Mane with 2, Divock Origi and Sergio Agüero from the penalty spot gives Man City the lead on the 59th minute. Those are the scores on the doors. 10 minutes left in our 2 7:45 games, which are Arsenal against Bournemouth and Southampton against Fulham. Substitution in the Liverpool game. Mr. Consistent is coming off, Will Brazier.
Yeah, James Milner's coming off. Just waiting to see who it's for. He gives a fantastic ovation. But yeah, 3-0 up. And he probably never takes the highlights, but he always does the dirty work. Right place, right time. And it's coming on for Jordan Henderson.
Jordan Henderson on.
So...
He's so versatile, Milner, isn't he? He played at full-back the other day. He's played midfield. He's such a versatile player.
He's a fine wine. Matures with age.
Fine one. Better with age, you think?
Better with age, yeah, for me, yeah. And I'm just getting into red wine now, so I can really appreciate that.
Thank you, Will. Any chance for Fulham, Will? Because they've had their chances, but still 2-0 down. Big win for Arsenal till this. Southampton, they've
that Southampton had against Cardiff. Obviously, they lost at home. But Sellers Park, Max Mayer's had a great chance, and it's all Crystal Palace at the moment, and they've got a chance and a corner, and it could be 2-2.
Could be 2-2.
Selhurst Park will be rocking.
As Ellie Goulding once said, anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Will anything happen, though, Will? We'll come back to you shortly. Temps, let's go to social corner. You like that? Great grunt. What are people saying?
So we've got a question from Ollie's at the wheel, who says, what are your predictions for the North London derby this weekend?
Me or Smithy?
Anyone?
Do you know what, Dave, isn't it all, jokes aside, isn't it the toughest fixture to predict? Like,
I think 1-1.
yeah, do you know what, I can see that as well, actually.
I'd absolutely love that.
Arsenal, actually, I have to say it.
Is that your game?
Wembley. It's at Wembley, yeah.
You played
No, it's at Wembley.
Well,
chance for Bournemouth.
No.
Good clearance. Isn't it, though? It's a tough game to call, isn't it? It's Arsenal Spurs fixtures are crazy. Lorente, who's he come off?
Lorente, Lamela.
Lamela off.
Bold,
Interestingly, I thought Moore would make me that obvious sub for Lamela, because Lamela Moore sub is like Sarri does, a regular one when Dele Alli's not playing, of course he's injured, but he's brought Lorente on, who, in fairness to him, has been good in Harry Kane's absence. But doesn't score many off the bench, interestingly. So he's going to go with
been quiet tonight.
Famous
last word.
Going to go with the top two of Kane and Lorente, with Son dropping deeper. Maybe he wants Son.
Here comes the sun.
So back to your question, Temps. Predictions. So you're going 1-1, Dave? I can see that.
1-1.
Tube's neutral perspective. Spurs Arsenal. Pedro
Whippy.
Pedro's on fire, mate. For you.
Whipsfield, Tennessee.
Pedro whipped it in.
Left foot strike.
Spurs Arsenal. How do you see it
25
going?
yards up. Me?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Neutral perspective. You really don't, do you?
I hope Arsenal win.
Do you?
No, I don't. I hope Spurs win.
Yeah.
I hope Tottenham get a result, just because, no bias there, just because of Chelsea's position.
Yeah. Sub in the Liverpool game, big man from Watford's coming off, Will.
Yeah, he had a sitter in the first half, Troy Deeney. I mean, it did come at him fast, and I've met him before. And speaking of hard men, he won in the tag team. Troy Deeney's your man.
Yeah, we had him in the comments.
Yeah, great comments, great section. But yeah, Andre Gray's on to bring a bit of pace, but 3-0 down, you can't really see much happening there. Can you, Smith?
He's a really nice bloke, Troy Deeney.
I saw him outside AJ.
Thanks, Tone. Just marching in.
There you go.
Cheers, Tone. That's great. Don't need sugar. Thank you very much. Anyone else want some? Thanks to Tony, the floor manager. Big shout, Tone.
Yeah, get you some.
Let's see a coffee, Pete.
Tone.
Come on.
A tea.
Tea, yeah.
Tone, give us a woohoo.
Woohoo!
Yeah, yes, pretty much.
So it's 2 teas and a chocolate.
Could I have a tea, please, Tone?
3 teas and a
Can I
chocolate.
take a coffee, please?
3 teas, a coffee and a chocolate.
Oh, Tone, don't milk it. Come on. And there's been 4 goals there. 4-2 Palace. Brilliant. So the scores on the doors. All we need to know at the feature game is that Chelsea 1-0 up against Tottenham.
Say again.
Chelsea 1-0 up against Tottenham. Why do we not do this when we absolutely ran you ragged at Wembley? Is what I want to know.
Nasty challenge by that King. He's already been booked.
Strong challenge in your game, Dave.
Well, he wasn't like a
Josh
stab,
King
but
on
he's
Koscielny,
kind of
is
definitely
it?
left one on him there. He's sorted the ball, man. Yeah, so he's kind of studied Koscielny's right knee. So if he's out for
that
any
is
period of
nasty,
time,
that.
then I might have to change my prediction for Saturday.
Oh, no. Llorente. Yeah.
Also, Dave keeps up your tremendous run. I've never seen Arsenal lose on the football social.
Never seen Arsenal lose on the
Never seen
football social.
Arsenal lose on the social, mate.
Wow.
No way.
Just seeing scenes of Kepa.
And do you know what? Willie's played really well.
He has played well.
He's played really well.
So he'll keep, presumably, Tubes, he'll keep his place, won't he?
And he should, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
Chelsea got the weekend? Sorry to put you on the spot, but...
I love that.
He's
trying to think, yeah.
So, Tubes.
Do you know what?
You got the game. You got every game, didn't you?
I go to every home game, yes. I'm completely blank.
Sorry.
That's really bad.
Yeah, he's just throwing on the bus, don't you?
I should
You've got
know.
an easy game. You've got Fulham away from home.
That's it.
Ooh, Derby.
It's first of the Super Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Great away day, that. Fulham. Craven Cottage in the sun. Lovely job.
We've got Hull away, Smithy.
Have you? Come on, let's get the Birmingham City chat out the way, Will. How's things going?
Yeah, well, I've got 2 chats in today. Fantastic. Yeah, great win for us last night. 3 points off the playoffs. And yeah, Gary Monk's doing a fantastic job with limited resources. And but we still got that points deduction looming over the top.
Yeah,
of us.
you have. What is the latest with that?
It was supposed to be this week, but then the EFL have decided for no reason at all to delay it till the end of March. So sort your stuff out.
Interesting. I just seen Koscielny limping around. It's a strong challenge, that, Dave. Was there any bookings?
He'd already been booked for diving, so if ref sees it, he's definitely off. But he must not have seen it as as obviously a foul, even though it was. But
Koscielny looks like he's. I say looks like he's back on the pitch, but he's limping still, isn't
well,
he?
we've used all 3 subs, so he's got to just suck it up.
It's not what he needs at 5-1 up, is he?
No.
You think it's an easy sub, that, but he's going to somehow have to carry on.
Unless, well, maybe put
Which is like interesting what Luis Garcia was saying on the Football Social, that Merseyside derby, that he twisted his ankle, had to play on because they'd already made 3 subs.
It's more. He's so important to Arsenal's top 4 hopes. To him staying fit, to be honest. Even at what is he, 33, 34. So
yeah, he's a great player.
We need to wrap him in cotton wool.
Yeah, chance for Chelsea. I hate to say, whip the ball in. Strange clearance that, but.
Do you know who's really deceivingly strong? It's Higuain.
Yeah,
like
upper body, isn't
he? I like him. If he had a pace like he did when he was a bit younger.
Yeah. Oh, sloppy. Spurs been sloppy on the ball today. Another sloppy pass. Chelsea just happy just to keep the ball. They'll happily run the clock out.
How long have we got left?
74 minutes, 47 seconds gone in the Chelsea-Spurs game. We're approaching the end of our 7:45 games. So coming up to the 90-minute mark in your game, Dave, you must be delighted with that. 2 minutes of injury time. It is all Arsenal still.
Yes, man of the match, Mesut Ozil's been fantastic this evening. And hopefully starts on Saturday.
Will he, though?
Probably not.
No.
Probably
Do you
not
not
away
think he
as
will?
well.
The way he's played tonight?
No.
Such a high temp. Look at Kante.
I think he'll probably play Xhaka on Saturday.
As soon as she says that, he just passed it straight to a Spurs shirt.
That's
And Tottenham need to get on the ball. Come on, you Spurs.
Yes,
Substitution for Chelsea.
Ruben
Loftus.
Oh, he saved it.
I think he'll come on for Kovacic.
Sanchez off for Marcus Rashford at Saturday.
How Sanchez played. A lot of United fans want to know how he's been playing. Got a chance with all these injuries. 8 first-team injuries, United. Has Sanchez done enough to keep his place in the team, Will?
No. I can't think of anything of note. Obviously, I'm trying. I mean, if he's risking Rashford when he's still a bit injury-prone.
Yeah.
That says a lot, I think. And Andre Gray missed I thought it would miss the sitter, but it was a great save by Alisson to keep it at 3-0 and keep that clean sheet, which might be very important when it comes down to goal difference.
Yes, very good point. Ruben is coming on.
For Kovacic.
As Chiefs predicted for Kovacic, this is the next sub for Chelsea. Will, other games, Southampton, Fulham. Just quickly wrap this one up. We're into the dying minutes. That's Southampton leading 2-0.
is that Raheem? Sterling.
Over to you.
Bernardo Silva down the right-hand side, put Sterling in, but he's put it wide. The Fulham game, the best chance they had was Ryan Babel, and it was off the bar, but he's missing chances like that. I just can't think of who's going to score.
OK, so they're the two 7.45s. Bournemouth with a chance for a late consolation.
Yeah, cheap free kick from Arsenal to give away, but even if they score, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, Rico, I think he'll go for goal here, probably will,
Yeah,
Dave.
I think he'll go over the bar.
What's the rules?
Go on. Chance of... Oh! Is that they're competing for a handball there, but... And as I said, we needed earlier Lucas Moura. I wanted him on a lot earlier than now. Bit of pace is what we're lacking. Lucas Moura is coming on. Loftus-Cheek on for Kovacic.
Willie Caballero
Yeah.
Go on.
gives it to David Luiz. I'm sure they do it on purpose to waste time. David Luiz controls it inside the box.
Into the box.
They keep it and they just go do it again.
Just do it again, yeah. It's a time-wasting thing, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
But how many times can you do it?
Sorry.
What, you mean unlimited? Just
Keep doing it. So sorry.
Full-time whistle has gone at the Emirates. A very happy Dave Jackson once again in the studio. Has an unbelievable knack of every time he's in the studio. Arsenal...
Go on, Ruben.
Never lose.
Never lose,
5-1. Their abysmal record, Bournemouth, away from home and at the Emirates continues. 5-1. Goals from Mesut Ozil, Henrik Mkhitaryan, Lauren Koscielny, Aubameyang and Lacazette.
Go!
And a goal from Music. 5-1. Goal for Liverpool. Will Fraser.
Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk. And at the back
scored,
post. It was actually Jordan Henderson with a... No, it was Virgil van Dijk in at the back post. Header. 4-0 Liverpool. They keep the clean sheet. And are they going to win the title? Not in my eyes, but they're going to run them close.
4-0, told you.
You did say it would be one-sided.
What were the odds on that?
What were the odds?
With Sky Bet.
With Sky Bet. We'll let you know imminently. Chance whipped in for Spurs.
Yeah!
Come on and score a goal.
Willie to the rescue.
Willie!
Willie Caballero has played really well, annoyingly.
Oh, it's a great ball in from Trent.
And he looks angry, doesn't he? He looks like he wanted that
He could
to come on.
be good in a tag team.
Willie Caballero.
Yeah.
Game over at Mary's.
St Mary's, the full-time whistle has gone.
What's he done there?
Big win for Ralph Hasenhüttl's men.
I thought you were going to say Big Willie.
2-0 Southampton. Oriol Romeo and James Ward-Prowse with the goals. It is a dire result for Fulham. Badly needed the results. Southampton 2, Fulham 0. That one has finished, so both our 7.45s are over.
Yes.
It's weird for Watford, isn't it?
Still
Beating
1-0
Cardiff.
to Chelsea. These are the pictures we can bring you right now from St Mary's.
Usually dance.
Bad day for Claudio Ranieri. Ryan Babel does not look happy.
Usually babble.
Usually Babel.
What a tune.
Southampton have lost their last 5 top-flight matches against newly promoted teams. They didn't today. It was a much-needed win for them. But what next for Fulham? Claudio Ranieri winless in 22 away Premier League games.
Is it too late?
And
though,
they've
Smith?
lost again.
Oh, there goes the sun.
There goes the sun.
He's been on informed player of the season.
Where's the Chelsea shirt?
Is this, can we just check with Phil, the producer, you can hear him. Will the photo of you in a Chelsea shirt go on the next Football Social?
These are the scenes at the Emirates. So Phil, chill, dog. These are the scenes. Arsenal 5, Bournemouth 1. Eddie Howe making a point of going to the away fans that have travelled. They won't be very thankful because Bournemouth haven't really turned up today. 5 goals. Ozil, Mkhitaryan, Koscielny, Aubameyang and Lacazette. Who's your man of the match, Dave? Mesut
Ozil doing bits, mate, on the Football Social, brought to you by Sky Bet.
Love that. And there they are. It's all going wrong for me tonight. I've got an Arsenal friend, another Arsenal friend, a Chelsea friend, and Will Brazier who won't stop going on about Birmingham. And all the results...
Come on the Blues!
All the results are going against me.
Can we...
Ref!
What?
Ashley Young been taken down. He wants a free kick. It was last man.
Big moment as well. Race for the top 4, of course. We've got Chelsea, Arsenal. Chelsea winning, Arsenal winning. Man United winning. 2-1 though. Big game going on at Selhurst Park. How have Palace been getting on since Joel Ward's goal?
Oh, get out.
Was that no? It's a highlight. Don't tell me.
Another goal for Liverpool.
No.
Is that another goal for Liverpool? Will, tell us what's going on.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's a replay.
It is a replay.
Is it definitely
Oh,
a
we
replay?
don't know.
No, it might be a replay goal. It's another goal.
It's another goal.
Come on. That's why we give you a
It's the
repeat.
same goal.
Well, Phil didn't just come over here. What's Phil doing upstairs? Virgil van Dijk at the back post. I thought it's literally exactly the same as the last goal.
Come on, talk us through it. The Liverpool fans want to know the ins and outs of this goal.
Ball's worked wide. Oh, no, it's from the left-hand side this time. Virgil van Dijk's prepped himself at the back post, and instead of the left-hand side, it's the right-hand side. 5-0. Sorry to everyone involved.
5-0. Tubes, bit of a ding-dong. Aspilicueta and was that Sissoko? What happened there?
Well, he's nothing.
Petty when it was handbags.
Yeah, it looked like his hamstring went. I don't know.
It's in.
Big Willie. Big Willie.
Great for the
Willie
fans.
Cavalletta.
He's been absolutely different gear. Look at him, what a guy.
And I'm sure we'll see a cutaway of Kepa at some. We did see one actually earlier on.
What did he look like, Smith?
Well, he obviously didn't look as happy as he would be if he was on the pitch. I
It
think.
looked a bit like this, it was just like that.
Yeah.
Bit seductive as well.
That is exactly how Kepa looks. Will, Palace, Man United, big game in the battle for top four here.
Palace.
Yeah,
It's been quite a close game, and Dave Jackson's got his eye firmly on that game.
United are in there. Ashley Young chance to wrap it up. Game, set, and match.
Big
United.
goal!
Ashley Young runs over to the away fans who I'll be getting on the Virgin Pendolino with in a minute, and it's Ashley Young. It's 3-1 to United. Game over. Ole is at the wheel.
Good chance for Tottenham out of field. Unleashes a bullet of a strike.
West Ham
which
in it.
goes wide. Man City, West Ham. Chance for West Ham, Will.
Andy Carroll's done the worst header I've ever seen in the history of headers. He's nearly put it out for a throw-in when he was going for a goal.
Thanks. We've got a bit of pause. Tony, the floor manager, coming with the teas and coffee. Big Tone.
Tone.
Yeah, bring two more in a minute.
All over the floor.
Chocolate's on its way.
Absolutely devastated with that Man United. I know that you've got a lot of bets going on with Man United friends in the Football Daily office.
Man United.
You still think
Hate 'em.
You hate Man United?
Fans.
Why? Elaborate.
When I was at school in London, it was me against 50,000 Man United fans. That's why.
In London.
In London.
It's a big class,
not far from me, Hounslow. Massive class. Yeah, like
50,000.
What team were you in? Wow.
This is what? Big old class.
Wow.
This is coffee. Will, would you have the coffee?
Oh, come on, Big Tone.
Football social bingo. Phil Foden's making a substitute appearance. Like to tick that off every time.
What's happened there, mate?
that?
What's happened there? I actually didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Oh no! Oh no! He's Kieran Trippier. I love the guy.
You love him. Don't laugh at him then. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you.
Oh,
Don't get all leggy.
out of
Don't get all
order.
you get all leggy.
You're laughing at him.
I didn't see
What
it.
actually happened?
He passed it back into his own goal. He's gone for a pass back.
Oh, Tone, you stop milking
And
it.
he's just put it in. Oh no!
Thank you, Tone.
Watch this. Watch
Dude,
this.
what happened? I
Watch
genuinely
this.
didn't see
Don't
it.
have to tell. Watch this.
Smithy taken out.
Nick Grimshaw.
That's game set match. Get me that Chelsea shirt now.
come on.
Get it on.
You weren't actually lying. You literally passed it into the back in there.
How's your man?
Oh, no. It is such a nightmare. The worst fan in the world.
The worst
Tube.
fan.
Look at him milking it. Look.
Here we go. Oh, what a pass.
Oh,
That's a finish, that is, mate. That's a
Leave him
finish.
alone.
I blame Lloris for that.
Leave him alone.
Will, anything going on?
Oh, good. Oh, game set.
Cheers, matey.
Great to have you on the show, Tube. It's been great.
Thanks for having me, Football Social.
Tony.
That's why I gave
Even Tony's laughing behind
That's
the
why I
wall.
gave my season ticket away, because I knew we'd get a result, and
Yeah,
I
you
knew
must
I'd
be
be able
glad you're
to
not
sit
there.
next to you. Huh?
You must be gutted you're not.
Here we go again, Smith.
Ruben!
How's he played, Tubes?
Brilliant.
Oh,
Susie,
lovely
come on.
thought. Pass.
Is he going to be another own goal?
Oh,
so
85
buzzing.
minutes gone in the game. It is Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0.
So,
Ahead of the North London derby as well, which is...
mate. So that might be three losses on the trot. That might be, mate.
Oh,
what?
this is dangerous, this.
What's going on? We've got to go to the Crystal Palace Man United game. Will, what's been going on
Not
since
just that
the Man
one,
United
sorry.
game?
I say it was dangerous. I should have more faith in Pep Guardiola. City, under immense pressure at the back, they were passing it around. Very, very nice, and they've managed to get out of a dangerous area. But when it's 1-0, you just want to lump it long. But that's the English footballer in me.
Yeah, Temps, what are people on social saying? How they reacted to the
That
show?
goal. Well, you don't want to know, I don't think, mate.
No, I don't.
We'll move on swiftly, shall we? Nate wants to know.
No, what did I say? I want to know what they said.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
actually
really
got anything.
interested in what the social reaction is on the football
People
social.
in the gallery need to throw me some messages here about what they're saying, because I haven't got anything.
They're working very hard, the
there you
people in the gallery, though, to be fair.
But we've got a question from Nate, who said, who's your player of the season so far?
Shin-Ming Son, I would chuck in that
What,
list of
what, in the
people.
Premier League?
Kicking off with Winks.
Yeah, I'd say he's been
one of the best players in the season.
Marcel said that as well, didn't he?
Huh?
He said
He did say that,
Rice.
didn't he?
And Luis Garcia as well, didn't he?
Did he?
He said he was his player of the season, yeah.
I've got to be honest, I
something-
never thought I'd say this. Paul Pogba.
Yeah, Paul Pogba.
Yeah, he's been unreal today as well.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's been great.
Like, a class.
Virgil
above.
van Dijk, I think we have
Yeah,
to stick in
Virgil
that as
van
well.
Dijk.
Who's been
But
brilliant.
Paul Pogba.
Surprise packages. I think David Brooks has had an amazing,
Great player.
amazing season. I think
James
Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well has had a really good
James Maddison.
season.
had a good
Any
start.
other Arsenal names chuck in the hat?
Lucas Torreira's had a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
season,
Yeah.
especially his first one in like English football. I think he's only going to get better.
A player you need in that position as well for years.
Massively.
This result for Tottenham doesn't really matter, though, does it? I mean,
Well,
it
you
matters
say
for-
that, but Chelsea win, Arsenal win. We've got Arsenal on the
You're
weekend.
10 points ahead
Oh,
of us.
really nice touch at Selhurst Park, bringing on one of the youngsters, Garner.
Look at Willie jumping around. What a boy.
Nice little rub of the head from Carrick. Must be his first appearance in the United shirt in the
Yeah,
Premier League.
good point. See how he gets on these last minutes. It's been a bad day for Tottenham, particularly after
And a
that result.
bad day for Adam Smith as well.
Thanks, James.
Yes. Can we just check, Phil, has he got to wear the shirt on the next show?
No, I don't have to wear the shirt on the next
Is
show.
the photo
it's a
going
picture.
on? Yeah, on the show.
It's a picture.
Yeah.
You
on
can
the
get
show.
it framed. In
It's
the
framed.
No, we don't need to.
Frame's a great shot.
Get it in one.
We're definitely double or quits in this next season, mate. Although
How about at least the intro of the next show? You wear it and then you can get changed.
Huh?
How about for the intro of the next show?
Yes.
what, like,
You're
yeah.
wearing a Chelsea shirt next show, and I'm coming on. Just to watch it.
I think you're busy that week, mate.
That's all right. Saturday, we're coming this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wicked.
Is there one this week?
Next show is a week on Sunday.
Yeah,
is our
that
next
one.
show.
I'll be that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
you'll be
Arsenal United?
Is
Chelsea
busy.
shirt. Tubes is not busy. Tubes
It is 2-0 in our feature game.
Buzzing.
Anything else going on in your last games? Narrow for Man City so far. West Ham looking like they're getting back in it. Liverpool fans will be hoping Man City can do something. Will anything going on in the Man City West Ham game? Tubes, it's not your time to speak. Talk. Go on. Man City West Ham. Will, save me. Go.
Yeah, not a lot going on there. So the Andy Carroll chance, but since then there's been nothing for West Ham United at all, and they're playing, as you can understand, great keep ball under Pep Guardiola in their own half.
Tubes, you are such a wind-up, aren't you? There's very few people that are more of a wind-up than me, and he is one of them. As Spurs loop the ball forward, and it's... what are you gurning for? Look at his head. Oh, dear, there's my head. So it is Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0. I'm really unhappy about that. Looking at shots of Harry Kane. Now, 3 minutes of injury time, Liverpool-Watford game. So mind you the scores, Arsenal 5, Bournemouth 1, that has finished. Southampton 2, Fulham 0, that has finished. Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0, still going. Palace 1, Man United 3, big win for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer if it stays like that. Liverpool 5, Watford 0, emphatic win by Liverpool. Sadio Mane with 2, Van Dijk with 2, Origi with 1. And Man City narrowly just beating West Ham 1-0. Agüero from the penalty spot, which means the gap will still be 1 point at the top of the table. 10th, let's go to social media corner. Lots of you joining us on the live stream. What are they saying? Thank you, Chiefs. Yes, it is Chelsea versus Spurs. Go.
You've got a black marker tone.
So Daniel Dan here.
Daniel Dan.
Daniel Dan has said United to win the league next season.
No chance.
Oh, Tubes, United to win the league next season.
No.
No, OK. That's clear. I don't think you should draw on that because that's
No,
season prop.
we should definitely do it. We can
Okay.
definitely get a new box. We can
OK,
get a new
you
box.
control the budget, Dave, so we'll...
Sure.
Can we do on that? I don't know if we can.
Yeah, we can.
Budget's tight, I'm told, Dave.
We can.
That white clean anyway, that.
There you go.
There we go. Let's go back to social corner. Let's take a few more of your questions,
Can I
Temps,
draw?
while Tubes draws the score on there.
This one's from New York, who says...
A lot of people with the same first name and surname here. Go on.
Yeah, that isn't a name.
Cheers, mate. Oh,
But
I'll have
how
to kick
far
that.
can Spurs go in the Champions League?
Well, chance for Harry Kane, and they've given it the other way. Luckily, the camera can't quite pick that. No, it has. Yeah. Thank you very much, camera 3.
Thank
It's made
you,
my
camera.
day, yeah.
Look at that. Love it. Woohoo! Tone, give us a woohoo!
I don't know if you can hear, but our floor manager Tony does a very good woohoo impression. Tony, do you want to come in and give us one? Go on.
What a lovely
He does
gig.
a very
What a-
good
what
woohoo
a
impression,
great
which Tubes is a
gig this
massive
is.
fan of.
2-0. Woohoo!
He wasn't actually envisioned.
What is going on?
Will, last final minutes in your games, just wrap up the scores. What are the scores and the doors in those 4 games?
Liverpool 5, Watford 0. Convincing performance all day from them. It's been Mane got 2, Virgil van Dijk got 2, 3-1 in the Manchester United game. They went very, very close, Crystal Palace, but Ashley Young scored the 3rd to wrap that up. Southampton versus Fulham. It was Southampton all day long. That finished 2-0, and it's still only 1-0 at the Etihad. Manchester City have had lots of chances, but only one has gone in the net. And West Ham, one that's still like this, have got a chance.
Yeah, big time in the title race, this. Man City lumping the ball forward. If West Ham can get something... City on the attack now.
Well, they're going into the corner. What time are we
Look
on?
at that, on the attack, and they've just taken it into a corner.
Yeah, no, that's just...
They're playing the game out.
And that's probably why they're going to be champions, isn't it, really? You know, instead of trying to go for a second goal there, take the ball to the corner.
You can't, they've got to grind out results sometimes. They're not going to be steamrolling over teams.
Oh, they're going in now.
Tasty. Give them some sending-offs for Saturday, mate.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge... Dave makes a fair point. Huge day.
I think Arsenal get the backlash on Saturday.
All over at Anfield.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, you say that, but then Spurs should have had a backlash from Burnley on the Saturday. Full-time whistler's gone at Anfield. These are the live scenes. Virgil van Dijk, what a season he is having since they bring him in. Liverpool stay top, 5-0. It ended at Anfield. Sadio Mane with 2, Divock Origi with 1, Virgil van Dijk with 2. Emphatic win. Who's your man of the match in that one? Van Dijk, Mane. There's a lot to choose from, Will, but goal of the day, probably that audacious flick from Mane.
Yeah, Mane very impressive as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold's with some absolutely dangerous balls in as well, so he's got to be up there. And Virgil van Dijk, clean sheet and 2 goals from the back, so lots to choose from.
Yeah, so they've seen Jurgen Klopp, very animated as always. It was quite calm during the game. David Luiz having a bit of afters with Harry Kane there. It's still what's going on in the Spurs game.
It's all kicking off again.
David Luiz, that's David Luiz having a bit of afters.
It's all kicking off.
Have a word with him.
Sending-offs, come on.
Didn't quite see what happened. There's Jurgen Klopp, scenes at Anfield. Very happy as we bring you these little bit of afters there. Tubes, what happened? David Luiz and Harry Kane coming together?
Harry Kane was having a ruck with Dave Azpilicueta.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Tony Rudiger got involved. David Luiz has been booked. Harry Kane's been booked. I just think you're a bit frustrated.
Here's
really.
the replay. Oh, David Luiz pulling Kane.
No, that's disgusting.
And then, David Luiz tripping up Harry Kane. Not good to see. David Luiz tripping up Harry Kane on the turf, just come back from an injury.
All over at the Etihad!
All over the Etihad, big
And
win
all
for
over at
Manchester
Chelsea.
City. These are the scenes at the Etihad. Sergio Agüero with the only goal of the game from the penalty spot makes it Man City 1, West Ham 0. There he is, Man City, big win in the title race, and it is all over at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0. Fortuitous win, in Tubes' own words, for Chelsea. He was booing Sarri earlier in the week. He's now chanting his name.
Was he booing? No, he wasn't.
Sarri out, Sarri in, out, shake it on about. He's fans of Sarri again. They're in the scene.
This is what he gets like. He's like,
in all seriousness, it was a good win, well-deserved win.
Thank you.
Mate.
Oh, that was nice, that was, Smith. It was very
They
professional.
deserved it, yeah. Serious note, for the neutrals who haven't seen the game, Chelsea deserved that win, didn't they?
They did. Spurs, the last 20 minutes of the first half, of the better team.
Man of the match, who'd you pick out?
Probably Pedro.
See, when you said you were gutted Hazard coming up, Pedro was your best player. He scored the goal. He did an unbelievable tackle at 1-1.
But that was after he stayed on.
Yeah. But he was, I mean, probably your man of the match.
Yeah, he's played. What I was saying is, I don't change it.
Yeah.
Because they were playing well, but Sarri tends to, half an hour gone, 60 minutes gone.
Make the same sub.
He makes the same sub.
And that man there, Willy Caballero, what a performance he has. And surely Willy Caballero, he'll be in sticks for your next game now.
All over at Selhurst.
All over at Selhurst Park. Big win for Man United in the battle for top 4. It has finished Crystal Palace 1, Manchester United 3.
Buzzing with
Romelu Lukaku with 2, Ashley Young with 1, and Joel Ward. These are the scenes. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Another big win for Ollie. Surely, Dave Jackson, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to be offered the job full time.
I think looking it up, but that is a massive win for United there. Away from
potential banana skin, that wasn't it?
With all of the injuries they had, that's a massive 3 points that is. So fair play.
Yeah, very calm. Chatting to Michael Carrick.
That's big.
He's very likeable as well, Solskjaer, isn't he? It's just a likeable man, likeable manager. Doesn't moan about the injuries. He had 8 injuries today to first-team players. Man United against a team that tend to do quite well against the big teams.
Yeah, well, you look at Lukaku, he wasn't even in Solskjaer's plans in his first 11, and he's come in today, scored 2 goals. So if you can get a tune out of Lukaku, you must be doing a good job.
And do you know what? Someone asked me about 10 minutes ago, United to win the league. I said no. they've got a good. They will have a good chance. I don't think they will.
You think? Yeah.
But if they, I mean, look what they're doing now.
Yeah.
He's only come in.
He hasn't lost, has he?
He's got a summer.
Yeah.
Whole summer to work with the players.
And to invest as well,
Yeah.
to buy his players.
And it's nice as well.
Player. There's the away end there at Selhurst Park. Man United fans always in amazing voice whenever they travel away. David De Gea did have a very strange injury. Caught his ankle, it looked like the corner of the post and then the netting. He was down, we thought it might be serious. Luckily for him and for all of the Premier League, he's a top keeper, best keeper in the world in many people's eyes. Yeah. He is okay, he did play on. All United would have needed was another injury, they'd have hated that, but he is okay. Paul Pogba, another good game from Paul Pogba, was it?
Paul Pogba, Will? Yeah, another great performance. Like the fullbacks played really well as well, Dalot and Ashley Young, and nice to see them getting the youth on, which obviously was so prevalent in Ferguson's time. The young lad Garner coming on for his first appearance in the Premier League when they were 3-1 up.
Yeah. So those are the scenes at Selhurst Park, and of course, big win for Chelsea. I have to say, much the better team. Chelsea thoroughly deserved those 3 points, as much as it pains me.
We needed the win more than you did, though.
Yeah, he did, but it was played very well. Chelsea played very well. Been impressed with Chelsea, actually, the last 2 games. With that said, though, Tubes, why is it with this thing with the fans and the managers? Mourinho, Chelsea was loved, then he's booed when he comes back. Conte, who was loved, then a lot of the fans wanted him out. Sarri, he's loved. Then there's that a real love-hate relationship with a lot of managers. We've seen it with Sarri this season, who was idolised at the start. You, to be fair to you, I will say this to you, always been behind all of these managers, and you have been behind Sarri, but you said yourself at games there's a split. After these 2 performances, because you played well against City and Spurs, is it going to change? The consensus is going to change amongst Chelsea fans? Because he's doing all right the last few games.
Well, we've won one, lost one.
But against 2 good teams,
yeah.
And you played well against both. And we had hardly any chances.
If we play like that, there's no need to boo or, call for him out. But I think, like I said, Chelsea fans, we're used to, success.
Yeah.
I suppose in that way we're quite spoilt. So when we don't get results, and when we're getting, like I said earlier, if we're beaten 4-0 by Bournemouth, 6-0 by Man City.
Well, it's mad how inconsistent you are.
That's the problem.
We're a Spurs team that create a lot of chances, and it's very rare that Tottenham don't score, actually. What I will say, very rare. You've nullified us. Very rare that Man City don't score in 120 minutes. You've nullified them as well.
I mean, we didn't score a away goal. I don't think we have scored a away goal for a few games. So it's not all of a sudden we'll start playing. But if we show the effort like that, and we did on Sunday, then no.
Yeah.
But, it's still not been a great season, has it? Let's be honest.
Not been a great season for you?
No. Well, we're struggling for the top 4.
Europa League? Europa League's a winnable cup for Arsenal, and Dave, I'll bring you into this as well. Yeah. A winnable competition for Arsenal and Chelsea. I mean, you'd imagine both teams would go far in that.
There's still some teams here where you've got Inter Milan, Napoli's still in it, Sevilla. But I think Arsenal and Chelsea are the 2 best teams in it, if I'm being perfectly honest.
I think Chelsea or Arsenal, they are favourites, I think. Chelsea are one of the strong favourites.
I mean, if we want to get Champions League, we've got to win it.
The best route, yeah.
Well, we'll be the best route.
I think one of you will have to win it to get Champions League. I think both Arsenal and Chelsea will finish
100%.
Well, I don't know, if we beat Spurs, I'm thinking there's not many points, If we beat you...
it's tight. It's very tight. It's wide open now.
Isn't it now 7 points now?
We're going to have a look at the league table shortly. Before that, we can have a look at our group bet to see how we got on. We have previously won the group, but let's see how we got on. Tubes went for home win. He was correct.
We've done it.
2 Tottenham 0. I went for Man City. He was correct. 1-0. Producer Phil went for Liverpool to win. Home win, we did it. Dave went for an Arsenal win. Arsenal did win 5-1. Will went for Man United to win. We did. And Temps, you called Southampton Fulham. We've won the group bet, everyone.
Yes!
Well done. The Sky Bet group bet has come in. Thanks to everyone on this sofa and producer Phil, of course.
Yes.
So for producer Phil, interestingly, only ever had one prediction, and it's come in. So he's got a 100% record.
Producer Phil, everyone.
Well done,
Sure does. I should say, they're clapping in the gallery as well. He's clapping himself, top man Phil, top man everyone. Let's have a look at what that means for the table. In case you can't read that, it is Chelsea 2, Tottenham 0.
Every day.
So big night for the title race. Liverpool top 69 points from 28 games. Only a point in it ahead of Man City on 68 points. But City do have that superior goal difference. But the goal difference is down to just 6 following Liverpool's emphatic victory. Tottenham way behind now with 9 points
Chelsea got
on 60. Arsenal on 56. Man United 55. Chelsea 53. But Chelsea have the game in hand. And of course, Arsenal play Tottenham on the weekend. So the battle for 4th is wide open between those 4 teams. Let's have a look at the bottom of the table. Huddersfield won last night. They are still rock bottom. Bad day for Fulham. They badly needed the points. They didn't get the points. Southampton, big win. They leapfrog outside of the bottom three. So it's Cardiff, Fulham and Huddersfield in the bottom three. Big game for the title race. We spoke earlier, Dave, about the title race.
Yes.
Has your opinion changed or not? It's the same. Liverpool, very, very strong tonight.
All Liverpool can do is keep winning. You know, they're at the top at the moment. You know, it's almost for theirs to lose. I know it's only 1 point, but as long as they keep winning, then they'll be champions come the end. But I still think City will have just a little bit too much.
Troops, 2 results. Man City, narrow 1-0 win with a penalty. Liverpool emphatic tonight.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at all to you.
It's all about the points now.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Does it change your opinion at all now?
I just think Liverpool will. I said Liverpool before the show. I'm not going to change my mind within an hour and a half. I think. I don't. It's so close to call.
So tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Point in it. Tempted to go to social corner and see what people are saying. A lot of people joining the stream now. A lot of happy Chelsea fans. A lot of very happy Liverpool fans. Man City as well. Big win for City as well.
Yeah, massive win. But Gunnar101 wants to know who our standout player of the evening was.
Player of the evening.
Mesut Ozil was fantastic.
So we were watching different games.
He was really good. He was really, really good today.
I mean, Sadio Mane. Will, let's bring you in. Let's talk about. You watched 4 games of those 4 games. Goal of the night. Are we saying that Sadio Mane?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Unbelievable goal.
One, because it's a back heel. 2, he sent the keeper the wrong way, and that's the way he's hit it into the ground and bounced it over to the keeper. There was a few in that game. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think, got 2 or 3 assists. Virgil van Dijk's got 2 goals and a clean sheet. James Ward-Prowse had an excellent game for Southampton. Really played well in the middle there.
Pedro for Chelsea.
Lukaku got 2 goals for United. So. And West Ham did play really well, to be fair, to neutralise a very dominant Manchester City team. So,
Kieran Trippier as well. Had a good goal.
Trippier getting a goal, obviously great for him to get back on the score sheet.
You know,
so things like that.
And that's.
I don't know. I don't think he's got a shout there from the keeper.
No, you don't think?
We don't know. It's whether he's got a shout from the keeper, whether we know. Pedro is good as well tonight. Mane, Van Dijk, there's a lot of names we can chuck in there.
Yeah.
Temps, let's go back to social corner, see what people are saying on the live stream. What is the consensus?
People want to know what games they think Liverpool are most likely to drop points. So that's Chris Vasquez who says that.
So who have they still got to play? Do you know?
Let's have a look, shall we?
They've got Everton on Sunday.
We can have a look at Liverpool. These are Liverpool's next 6.
Yeah.
Everton away, the Merseyside derby.
Great
Question that, just rolled in with the graphics. Everton away, Burnley at home, Bayern Munich, of course, Champions League, Fulham away, Spurs at home, Southampton away. Tubes, come to you first. Which are the potential?
I think they win. I
there?
think they win all their home games. Well, so Spurs and Burnley. Everton will want to stop them.
Yeah.
Southampton.
Liverpool have an amazing record
Fulham,
against Everton
win
in the derby.
They do, and I don't think Everton have won for so many years. No. That is the only stumbling block I can see, and they won't get beat.
Yeah.
Could be a draw.
The thing is, though, we've sat here, and when we've done this before, the ones that we always predict, like Man City, the ones that you predict a banker home win was Palace. They lost to Palace. It's actually lost to Leicester. Sometimes it's like a Burnley there. It could be a shock result.
That's Burnley at home, though.
Yeah, true.
If they had Burnley away, I'd be like...
That is a completely different fixture home and away, isn't it?
I can see them winning all them.
Can you?
Yeah.
Very strong. Still going with Liverpool. Temps, let's go for some more questions. Keep them coming. Keep your questions coming in at Football Daily, at SoccerM. Last few questions before we go off air on the stream. Hashtag the Football Social. What are people saying?
Well, while we're on the topic of dropping points, why don't we have a look at Manchester City's as well?
Yeah.
What games do you reckon they're going to drop points in?
Yeah, go on, read out Man City's next fixtures.
So, Man City have got coming up.
Here they are. They're in front of us right now.
So good.
Win.
Oh, look at that Premier League run.
Tubes, question. Do you think how far one of the teams gets in the Champions League will affect their likelihood in the Premier League? Because City still are in a lot of cup competitions. Liverpool knocks out the Carabao and the FA Cup in the early stages. If they get knocked out by Bayern Munich and Man City have all these fixtures to play, does that give a weird advantage to Liverpool?
It will give Liverpool an advantage because they'll be fresher, obviously. I think
the thing is, because City are champions, I think they would want more to win the Champions League, so they might put more eggs in that basket.
But I think City have got a better squad.
They agree.
Strength in depth.
So they can rotate more.
Dave, any...
But they win all those games.
Yeah.
Any fixtures they lose there or drop points?
No, you can't.
None at all?
Yeah. The thing is, that's the thing about Pep's like team, they're so kind of clinical as well. You know what I mean? Sorry, Shiz.
You're working out the points in your head.
Because I've said they could drop it. I'm saying Liverpool could have dropped points against Everton. and Man City are going to win all them.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It's got a, yeah,
It's one of them when you think Liverpool, then you do the maths and you think...
I wasn't going like that
I'll
because
tell
you
you,
said
they only snuck through tonight, and there was no Fernandinho as well. So,
Yeah.
and he's a big.
That's a good point. Fernandinho is a huge loss for them. Huge loss if he is unfit for...
Especially for those like away games, like if they've got to
Yeah.
go to like away at, was it Burnley or
Yeah.
some of those? Like
Let's take a few
Cardiff.
more question temps. A lot of you joining us on the stream right now. Let's take a few more of your questions.
Yeah, next one's from Benny, who says, who are the most unpredictable team in the Premier League?
Chelsea.
I
Chelsea.
think
Yeah,
Spurs are up
probably.
there as well, to be honest.
Wolves as well, like because they do.
Yeah, do you know-
against
do you know
top
what?
teams.
Wolves is the best answer. So Wolves have beaten Chelsea, Tottenham, knocked Liverpool out of the FA Cup,
Man
drawn
United.
to Man City, Arsenal and Man United. They've lost both games to Huddersfield, lost to Cardiff, drawn to Fulham. It's incredible.
There's your answer.
Yeah, so it's Wolves, unbelievable.
Pretty solid.
What a great first season back though for Wolves.
Yeah, unbelievable. And also they've got big financial backing as well.
Nuno had a dream to build a football team.
He did, yeah.
Do you reckon, so Daniel Fletcher says, do you reckon Wolves will get that last Europa League spot?
The last Europa League spot.
So what was that? Seventh spot, is
isn't
it?
it? Yeah.
Is that if no Champions League team
Yeah,
win the
so,
FA
yeah,
Cup or whatever?
Potentially a seventh spot, so it's the next highest team outside the top six.
Yeah.
If they do that, that is incredible.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
For a first
We had
season
this
back in
chat
the Premier
on a
League.
recent Football Social, which is the next team that could break the top six. And I actually said Wolves, I think, with the backing they've got long term, could be that team. Everton, Leicester, other teams thrown
Maybe
into
like
it.
Leicester under Brendan,
Who do you
maybe,
see,
potentially.
Tubes, if there is a team to break the top six, which is hard? If you look at the points gap between sixth and seventh, it's always the same top six.
Yeah.
But if there's one team that can do it, is there another team we're forgetting here?
No.
Yeah, I don't think
I
there
don't
will.
think- I don't
there
think there is.
Wolves have got a chance.
Wolves,
Leicester under Rodgers as well.
He's got a lot of work there to do. I think he's got a lot of work to do
Yeah.
before we start talking about top six.
Yeah.
Interestingly, record-breaking night for Trent Alexander-Arnold, who became the youngest player to assist 3 goals in a single Premier League game. He got 3 assists tonight, 20 years, 143 days, youngest player ever to assist 3 goals. And also on that note, Man United won 8 consecutive away games in all competitions. That's 8 consecutive away games in all competitions for the first time in their history.
Wow, really?
Yeah, in history. And when you think of...
Give him the job now.
No, they've had treble-winning, double-winning teams. They've had...
Think of the games in that run. They've been away at Arsenal,
That
away
is
at Chelsea.
unbelievable.
That is incredible.
And another one which Tubes
Away at
like,
Spurs.
Cesar Azpilicueta provided.
We just call him Dave.
You just call him Dave. Dave, 9 assists in the Premier League since last season. Only Andrew Robertson 12 and Holebas with 10 have recorded more amongst defenders. You once described him to me as a 7 out of 10 every game player.
He's like,
Which is a good way of...
it's just solid.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just don't know he's there. He just does his job.
Yeah.
And I was quite surprised he didn't get involved at the weekend with the Kepa argument.
Do you know what? He got a bit of stick from some Chelsea fans, didn't he? Saying
I don't think he got some. I think
Well, on social media, maybe we
press,
shouldn't read
yeah,
too
the
much
press,
into that.
yeah. I don't think the fans were getting into him, but I was surprised because normally he's like there,
Yeah.
sort of conducting it, like. But it was all the whole thing was a bit weird, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I thought he'd been there or thereabouts. And when he was questioned about it, he said, I think he was more like. I think he was confused, like we
Yeah.
were, just going like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
We've got a player on this pitch saying he's not leaving the pitch. It's a bit weird.
Yeah. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Get a Chelsea one.
So one more. I don't know why I said last question. Go on.
The last question is from Mark, who says, do you think Virgil van Dijk is a future Liverpool captain?
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
100%.
Do you know already?
Yeah. Hasn't he captained the team on occasions this season? He means future, like, long-term, legendary captain.
Yeah.
Where do you rank, do you think, top defenders?
Top.
Like
in the
now,
world?
they're playing
Top.
now.
Yeah,
Top 3.
right up there.
The guy is.
You've got Ramos, you've got Varane, there's a lot of, top defenders.
Good as well, so he's a proper leader as well.
Yeah.
That's what's great.
Yeah.
I can't think of a transfer that improved one team so much.
the guy's
with just
a
one
joke.
Yeah,
player.
that's an interesting point.
Like he's like he literally turned Liverpool into basically a top 4 team,
Nearly
into
meant
title
to.
winners,
Yeah.
or to title challengers kind of thing. And
When everyone was going, that's a lot of money for a defender, I was like, leave it out. The geezer, he's a Rolls Royce, he's a machine.
yeah.
Yeah, undoubtedly will go on to captain Liverpool for many years, I think. And Liverpool fans love him as well.
What's he worth now?
100 million, he cost 70.
yeah.
He's worth a lot more than what they signed him for.
150 double.
Yeah, okay.
I'll give you double.
He's brilliant.
Good questions. That is nearly all that we've got time for, but we'll be back with the Football Social very soon. Our next show, you can see, Sunday, March the 10th. Big game for Dave. Another one comes thick and fast. Hopefully you'll be with us, Dave, for that.
I'm not here, mate.
You're not here? Oh, who are we going to get for the Arsenal then? Arsenal versus Man United. Battle for top four. That'll be 4:15, Sunday, March the 10th. Soccer M and Football Daily YouTube. We're going to have some big guests.
And you're wearing a Chelsea
that
shirt
one as well. I'm not wearing a Chelsea shirt for the show. I'm wearing it for a picture tube. I have told you that.
Which will go on the show.
Yeah, which will go on the show. And it'll be framed.
Which will go on the show, say it.
I bet it's a bet. I'll wear the shirt.
It'll be framed,
On the show.
Yes, I'll wear the shirt if it
Thank you.
makes you...
Closing links, go.
Yeah.
See you later.
Big
Bye.
thanks to our guest, Will Brazier. Thank you very much. As always, brilliant. Round of applause for Will Brazier. Adam Templeman, brilliant on social. Dave Jackson watching the Arsenal. Always a pleasure to have my mate Tubes on with Chelsea. Big thank you very much. We'll see you next Sunday. Here are the best bits from our show. Go! Who's it for? Romeo. Southampton are 1-0 up at the St Mary's. Romeo. Like you said, player in form, isn't he?
He is. I don't actually know the stats because I don't read the stats patch. But he's doing particularly well at the moment.
Go on, son. Whip it in. Go on. He's on. Anyway, do you think Maurizio Sarri will be manager of Chelsea Football Club next season?
No.
You don't?
No. Get in there! Yes!
Said you're going to sub it. Get off me. Who booked him? Tubes, the substitution is what, my friend?
It's William for Eden Hazard.
And you're not a fan of that?
Look at the size of my forehead, by the way.
That off every time.
What's happened? Did you see that?
No.
What's happened there?
I didn't see it.